Big up, big up, big up. Good morning, guys. Big up to each and every one of you in the building. It's your boy, Mark, an MUFC fan, and some of you have been here really early. I feel like I'm late, but I'm on time. Big up to GB, says he's been here 12 hours before on it, and I'm on the way. Big up to GB, big up to Elite Baller in the morning. Smash the likes for my G Mark. Big up to you, broski. Hope you're well. What are your plans today, bro? Watch along is here. We have to win, must win. We need the 3 points. Let's get hyped. Today's match day, guys. I'm wearing a blue sweater, but I'm gonna change that shortly. We're away today, so I'm gonna be wearing an away kit as well. Big up to Kenny Fan TV in the building. West Ham are rubbish, but this team likes to make things harder for themselves. 100%. 100%. Well, there's some news on the offer, guys. Let's get into it. You know what I mean? We did the match preview, but still, we got some news coming in. Let's talk about the interesting things before, because there are lots of news that have been going on lately. There are lots of talks about Manchester United in contacts with other managers behind Ten Hag's back. Now, I'm not gonna say to you that it's not true, but what I would say to you that we have discussed most of these talks with managers since before the summer was over. Now, the Xavi Hernandez link, it could be true, it could be false. There's some reports saying that we have spoken to Xavi this summer when he was sacked. The situation was that Xavi would like to remain in La Liga, but that could all change. Money makes everything different, guys. And Man United are keen, apparently, according to some reports, to bring in Xavi to replace Eric Ten Hag. The Red Devils face a crucial call of their future of the Dutch coach before November international break. Is this true or is this not? Well, I remind you guys, there's been some new reports coming out from the CEO and the DOF that it's a long-term project. They plan to win in 2028, as well as they are backing this manager. Of course, they gave the manager 1 year and including his extra year, meaning the extension is still available. It's there, so he basically has 2 years. Now, the manager could be sacked. I'm not saying no, but that's on the premise that they think that the team will immediately improve and challenge for the league. That's also on the premise that they want to challenge for the league this season. And while to the dismay of some fans, that might not be the case. You know what I mean, guys? I certainly would like to be challenging for the league 100%. There's no time that I feel Manchester United should not be challenging for the league, but we're not there yet. This team doesn't show the level of effort that needs to be shown week in, week out for a competitive team that's challenging for the league. You know what I mean? I don't think we should always be making the excuses that managers need to inspire players, especially when some of these players playing for Manchester United. I mean, Manchester United is the biggest club in England historically. It's one of the biggest clubs in the world. What more motivation do you need? What more inspiration do you need? Don't you want to win for yourself? Where's your own pride? But you know what? We'll see what's on display today, guys, because like I said to you, there's lots. There's a match day. We're on at 3 o'clock, just about 4.5 hours from now. It's going to be an interesting matchup as we take on, the West Hammers. They've not been doing so well themselves. You know, Julian Lopetegu's under lots of pressure after lots of signings this summer. There's lots of bad performances, more than most. They currently sit above United with more points, but that could change tonight because you know what? United going to the game, although away, we have a good record against the Hammers. Will it be United tonight? Well, guys, we're looking into that. There's some information coming out. We'll be checking it out right now. Not only that, there's some information coming out about Antony. Antony was injured after the game. Well, sources are saying that the injury is not as serious as it may seem. Though he will be out for the game tonight, he will be back on the bench for the following game. However, the cameo lasted just 16 minutes before he signaled to the bench that he needed a substitution. The problem didn't seem to be too serious, but Antony fell on the turn and a stretcher was required to take him off the pitch. Well, the manager was speaking to the press and he said that Antony will be out availability against West Ham, and he will be missing on training for the next week. According to Manchester Evening News and Samuel Lockers, the Red Devils are assessing the severity of the injury to determine how long he will be out. But it's an ankle sprain, so we know that's 2 to 3 weeks. That's one of those things. Hopefully he recovers well. On a next note, guys, there's some reports on Kobbie Mainoo, an injury update as per se, and it looks like he will be back in training next week. Maybe fit and ready and available for the tie against Leicester in the Premier League. He might just sit out the game in the Carabao Cup. And like I'm saying, guys, everyone is waiting on Kobbie Mainoo at this current moment. Even Bruno Fernandes was repeatedly messaging Kobbie Mainoo to let him know we are still waiting for you, my brother. Get well soon. So it's interesting. According to reports, Kobbie Mainoo back in training next week. He will be assessed as well. His training is not going to be that rigorous for the first session or so. Of course, they want to make sure that he comes back fully fit and ready to sustain the rest of the season. The 19-year-old posted an injury update on his account. Be right back. And big up to him, guys, showing the positivity that he cannot wait to come back out because he is needed if Man United are to do the business this season. Guys, it's really interesting. What are your thoughts this morning? Let me know in the comments what you are thinking. I pray Antony's out for the season, says MA. Big up to Ramek Buji saying, hello, everyone. Big up to you, my brother. I hope you're well. You know what I mean? I kind of don't think I wish he's out for the season. I actually want him to be there to compete. Actually, my opinion is that Ahmad has not been performing at his best. I think last season we've got an average of better performances per game from Ahmad that we're seeing this season. He started the first few games of the season, and since the third or fourth game, his performances have kind of become a little bit complacent. He's not been going forward as much, he's not been creating as much, and he's not been contributing as much. And of course, we all heard his interview recently when he was talking, saying in order for him to sustain his place in the team, he needs to add goals and assists to his repertoire. And this is very important because for me, I like the youngster, but I think there's lots to develop in him and he needs to work harder. He needs to step it up. You know what I mean? Big up to Sosa. We can say the same for Kobbie. Yeah, we definitely need him to come back fit and ready, and we need him to give himself the best opportunity to perform. These youngsters need to step up. Everyone in the team needs to step up, and it's something that their performances denote what happens at the end of the 90 minute. You know what I mean? Big up to Victor Kumbugri coming in. HLO, bro, but I wonder why Rashford's starting ahead of Ahmad. Well, to be fair, my bro, Rashford has been having a better start to the season than Ahmad. After the first two games, we would have said Ahmad is undroppable. But since then, Rashford has stepped up. He's been giving better performances, contributing more. I would say the worst game I saw from him was midweek on Thursday. You know what I mean? But I've seen two games like that from Ahmad. I've seen him been a bit complacent, and I think he needs to do more. It's not owed your position in the starting lineup. You have to earn it week in, week out. That's the rule at United. It always has been, and it should never change. So for me, I do want to see Ahmad getting in the starting lineup more often, but he needs to do more, my bro. He needs to do more. You know what I'm saying? Hasn't performed. No, but you can't say he hasn't performed because currently he's done more than Ahmad for Manchester United, bro. And I mean, Ahmad has been starting the season, and Antony has played less. They have the same goals and assist tally so far. So how could you say he's not doing anything? How could you say he's terrible? I mean, he has more assists than Ahmad in general play. Let's be honest, bro. I mean, at the end of the day, Ahmad might be showing better qualities and might have better potential, but the output, the contribution for the team, it needs to reflect that, bro. That's the one thing I would have to say. At the end of the day, even though Ahmad might be the better player for some, he can't play every game. He's gonna have to, rest sometimes. He's not the fittest player. Look at last season. He was injured for 6 months. The season is only 9 months long, guys. So imagine being injured for 6 months, and everyone's like, why doesn't the manager play him? Well, he was injured for 6 months. Then he was sick for 3 weeks. It's insane, bro. There's only 9 months in the season. No matter how you cut it, the season is 9 months long. 9 months, bro. It's weird. But bro, Zirkzee to play in which role? Well, bro, that's a weird thing. I like Joshua Zirkzee, in the sense that he's a Man United player, and I'm going to back him and hope that he performs and he grows into his performances. But he's not the striker that I would have chosen. I would have preferred a Benjamin Sesko. But sometimes when you look at things, you have to think about it that you might be we have a young striker that fits that profile already. You know, there's Ethan Wheatley, there's the likes of Chido Obi Martin, and we wanted something more of a different option. And maybe that's Joshua Zirkzee. I think he's done well. He also has not shown the output. He's been getting into good positions. He's not been taking his chances well. He's gotten quite a few chances. He should have had at least 4 or 5 goals already this season, but he has not taken his chances well and he needs to improve. But he's new to the Premier League. He's new to London, well, Manchester, and he needs time, guys. He's gonna need some time. So I wouldn't criticize Joshua Zirkzee just yet. You know what I mean? But just remember, Victor, Ahmad's been here for 4.5 seasons, bro. We bought him in 2019 for 40 million euros. And not his fault, but Mason Greenwood benched him when he came out of the academy. That was the reason he went to Rangers. That was the reason he was on loan and he wasn't getting chances. Ahmed has seen the most time in the United team under Ten Hag. And it's weird. People act like if he bought the guy. He's not 19, bro. Ahmad is older than Mason Greenwood, if you don't know, by 8 months. And he's still not at that level, bro. I mean, Mason was out for 2 years, and the very next season he was nominated for the La Liga team of the season, bro. Do you guys think that Ahmad has that potential in him? I don't know. I think he's very good. I think there's lots more for him to show, but he needs to start delivering. He's at an age right now that he's not 19, bro. He's 22. His performances need to go up levels. 100%. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you face the low block. Not many players are able to defeat the other player. That's why teams play the low block. 100%, Brendan. 100%. I give Antony 2 seasons. He can't even take on his man or use his right foot. I mean, that's weird to say, seeing that he has 3 assists from his right foot. One was a cross that Garnacho headed in the box that he got from on the wing, on the outside of the dude's right foot. You know what I mean? And then he's got quite a bit of assists from his right foot, guys. So and a goal. The goal that he scored to keep us level 2-2 with Liverpool last season in the FA Cup. And then he got the assist right after in that game that someone else converted to make us 3-2. And then they equalized, and then you know what happened. Ahmad scored the winning goal. So you can't just say these things, bro. Like he might not have the best right foot. He might not be have been performing at his best, but last season you have to give him a little bit of leeway. There was an extreme mental situation for him last season. And if we talk about mental health and Marcus Rashford last season, Antony was in a worse situation and no one cared. No one felt sorry for this guy. Everyone expected to perform, but everyone was like, we should not be criticizing Rashford. He's been going through a lot. You know, he needs our help. And Rashford is 27, guys. He's been here 9 seasons. Nine. This is his 10th. But you know what I mean? We're not going to criticize him, but we're going to criticize a guy who's been here 2 seasons. He's been here less time than Ahmad. Imagine that. Ahmad has more chances than Antony to make Manchester United starting 11 because he's been here 4.5 years and he couldn't do it. But we want to get rid of Antony, who's been here less than Ahmad. And Ahmad basically has the same profile as Antony. They're both very good on the ball, hard to win the ball off of them. They do the right wing job. I mean, Antony has a different profile. He doesn't get to the byline. Ahmad might get to the byline a little more, but I think Antony makes better decisions in general. And you can see it from the output. You can only judge Antony based on the actual season, and there are reasons for success and failure. 100%, Brendan. Big up to Hayden Pro in the building. You think things would improve if he used his right foot? Bro, I think players would only improve if they play their game and they stay focused. That's just me. Anthony told us at the start of the season he will start using a right foot, and he has. He did score a goal against Barnsley, right, with his right foot, and then he scored. He got an assist in the game with his right foot. Maybe you should watch the game. You know what I mean? Big up to you, bro. But you can't. I understand. You rate Ahmad better than Anthony, but Ahmad has started most of the games this season. Antony has only started one game against Barnsley. You know, he came on as a substitute in 2 or 3 games, twice for Ahmad and once before Ahmad, and got injured. Swear. You're wrong, Mark. That was his left foot when he crossed the Garnacho on the header. But he did score off his right foot against Liverpool, bro. So Ahmad is 22. I'm not buying the hype anymore. I need to see improvement. 100%. Thanks, Jacob. Big up to you, Victor. Big up, my bro. Thanks so much for that. Big up to MA. Why should I pray that he uses his right foot? He's a professional footballer, paid millions of pounds a year. If he can't do it, praying to God won't make a difference. Well, to be honest, we prayed for Matt Rashford every year for the last 9 years. It's no different, bro. What's the difference? He's only one season he's ever got above, 20 GA in the Premier League alone. Every other season he's been under 15, or at most 17 or 19 in most cases. That's not really ideal, but we still back him for 9 years, bro. So like I feel like, especially the players who just came in, we need to give them a little bit more time, a little bit more patience. I mean, it is what it is. Big up to you, my brother. Are we surprised? This is the same fan base that cheers Luke Shaw, and in the same breath, they said Marshall was too injury prone. You, Vegeta, you said it better, bro. You said it better. It was a penalty. Yeah, it was a penalty. But you know what I mean? Sometimes it is what it is. You got to score when you're in front of you, right? You got to take your chances. But is it true that Rashford? I don't know. That's weird, bro. That's the weirdest report I've ever seen. I've never thought I would hear that Marcus Rashford wanted to leave. I've seen some reports. I've heard some things. He does have some offers on the table. There are clubs interested. The likes of Bayern Munich, as well as PSG, are interested, and Newcastle as well. There's other clubs that might be interested in him as well. But for me, I look at it from the perspective that if he wants to go, I'm not going to be mad at that. I'm taking the money. I love Marcus Rashford. I backed him for years, but he's only really delivered that one season, 22-23, and then we haven't seen much of him. He's had enough time, guys. Like, he's got almost a decade at the club. It's time to move on. If he does move, I'm not sad. I don't know if anyone else would be sad, but I'd wish him the best and take the money and go get Nico Williams. You know what I mean? I think Nico would be an upgrade, to be fair, in my honest opinion. Or I'd bring back Greenwood, but people would be mad at that. All right, guys, I'm gonna drop the link. 10 minutes. Let's do a little predicted match lineup. Let's see what everyone is thinking. Let me get into the section where I can tell you guys what various thoughts on the predicted lineup for Manchester United will be. It's going to be interesting to see if that actually happens, and I would be interested. What are your thoughts, guys? Well, the link is there. I'm gonna pin it in the comment. Pin it in the comments for those of you who aren't coming in yet. But yeah, let's get into the Man United lineup. Let's see who is going to start or who's assumed to be starting. But guys, I have to say, as much as I like Eric Ten Hag, I was pretty shocked when he played Mazarari at the 10, guys. I was pretty shocked. I was confused for a second, and I was like, "This is this gonna be a good thing?" It was a weird one, guys. Weird one. Don't know how he did that on what, but I mean, it almost paid off. I have to say and be honest, it almost paid off. And if we had won the game, I don't think anyone would be making any arguments about why did he play Mazarari instead of Ahmad. I think the fact that we lost makes it more difficult. It makes the situation more of an untenable one. And in the sense that you're going to question why, when you had Ahmad on the bench, we needed a goal, and you have a right back playing in the 10. Now, Amrabat did tell Jose Mourinho, don't get it twisted. Mazarawi is a 10. He can do the job very, very competently. But it definitely was a strange move. Bali, what's good, my bro?
My broski. Yeah. I think the Mazraoui in a 10, yeah, even though it threw people for a loop, like it's like people are forgetting that we was actually winning the game, and it was a long ball that Lindelof failed to clear that actually leveled the game up, and didn't lose, we drew, but we was actually winning the game with Mazraoui in the 10.
Huh?
So I'm not saying he played fantastic there, but he didn't play rubbish there.
I
So
agree, bro. Like I was confused, but then we all watched the game, so I was like, yo, yeah, and he almost scored a goal as well. At that point in time, I think he should have actually made a pass. It had Hoyle on it, had Rashford, like I think was as well as in the box, and he went for goal and missed. But you know how it is, goal guys. You know some of these things. It's yeah. I
I
just had to
think
put it like
the,
that, bro.
the problem is people are demanding that Ahmad play over every other winger in the team. And I think on Pappy's stream last night, we was even having a debate about this, right? And I tried to explain to it. What one guy basically said that Ahmad statistically is the superior player and he needs to be playing. He's created the most chances in the team. So why are we not playing players that are creating the most chances? And I basically said to him, listen, he's creating chances, but the chances ain't leading to goals, yeah, or assists. He's not scoring or assisting. You've got both Rashford and Garnacho. They've got like something like 10 goals or nine to 10 goals between them. And he's like, oh, but you're adding two players together and you're joining them together. I said, even individually, they've scored more and assisted more than him. Yeah. But even if I was to say, do you know what? Let me add another player that plays similar to Ahmad. Let me add Jadon Sancho and just use one Marcus Rashford or just one Garnacho. They're still not outperforming the one man. And that is the problem that I have with these geezers. It's like they're just arguing with their feelings about this kid. This kid he looks like a kid, yeah? And to a certain extent, he is a kid, but he's 22. He's going to be 23, yeah? And he's only scored like one or two goals for Man United in his whole career, bruv. Like, for me, like, if he was without a shadow of a doubt that guy, he'd be playing.
I
But he's
agree.
he's probably not that guy as of yet. And the problem is, this is Man United. Like, we need that guy now. We don't need someone who might be that guy when they're like 25, 26, 27. We need somebody now. Like, when we look at his peers, we're looking at the likes of Cole Palmer. I don't know if Cole Palmer's younger than him, but Cole Palmer's way better than this guy. We're looking at the likes of Bukayo Saka. Yeah, Bukayo Saka is way better than this guy. We're looking at the likes of Mason Greenwood. Mason Greenwood is way better than this guy. So why are people going mad over somebody who is at that age of these people, but not at that level yet? Like, maybe we need to even rethink. Like, maybe we need to go and buy somebody who is at that level that can start on the right hand side. Because as far as I'm concerned, that right hand side is so weak. It is so weak to the point where we're taking brothers that are supposed to be competing with each other on the left to go and put them to shoehorn them on the right because the people that are playing on the right are not scoring and not assisting at all. Like, it's to the detriment of the team now. It's to like the team, yeah. It's to the detriment of the team to the
Nah,
point where if we're not scoring, if we're how are we gonna win
not
games,
hearing you.
yeah? If we're not scoring goals. Yeah, scoring goals will lead you to winning games. They want us to play Ahmad, yeah, for him not to score and not to assist. And then when we don't win, they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's Ten Hag, the way he set up the team, the way he set up the team." And it's like, hold on, this
Mm.
guy who you've been advocating for since, he's not producing. He gave an interview saying what he needs to do to stay in the team. What he needs to do to stay in the team, from his words, not mine, is he needs to score and assist. He's not been doing that this season, as far as I'm concerned. So, personally, I just want them to give him a chance against West Ham. so we can see what we've been seeing, which is a guy who will dribble a few people and not give any easy tapping chances to anyone or not score a goal himself. It's very simple.
Big up, bro.
Yeah, what's up, Mark?
Big,
What's happening, Mark?
big up, K Dot. Yo, big up to Vegeta in the building, bro.
Bro, I shouldn't be calling in because I'm sick and my wife will be on my neck. But you know what is so spicy about what I'm hearing right now is when people like Rashford were not scoring last year, we let the manager tell us he's playing him into four. But all of a sudden, we can't try the same thing with the guys who are actually right wingers. Okay, no, that's fine. You know what's spicy about this take, is that we say that Ten Hag don't have players in these positions, two right wingers, and yet we've got two left wingers on the field. Fine. Okay, I see how it is. So it depends on who he's playing. It's just like the whole crap with Luke Shaw is not a good player, but Martial is too injury prone. We pick and choose these narratives, bro. And you know what? It's fine, Mark. I see it now. I get the job. I see what we're doing as fans.
Bro, I'm for my opinion, bro. Whoever starts in the attacking lineup, whether it's Ahmad, whether it's Antony, whether it's Rashford, whether it's Garnacho, bro, I just expect them to perform. I don't care who. To be fair, bro, like in my honest opinion, I look at it from the perspective that they all playing for Manchester United as wingers. They all have a similar role. Now, whoever starts have to give the effort and give the performance that they know they start the following week. If they don't
But you
do
see
it
what
and
the
they get
problem is,
replaced,
Mark?
bro, I'm not even stressed.
But you see what the problem is, bro? You don't give game time to people, and then what happens to Antony happens, bro. If you don't play, you're going to get injured, bro. Because
True,
you're not
but
match fit. You get what
everybody
I'm saying?
wanted Anthony to be on the bench. Nobody wanted to see him on the
Forget
bench.
bro. My beef is this, bro. You've got two people on that side. I'm not saying Ahmad or Antony. I'm saying play a right winger, bro. Because all we keep doing, Mark, let's be honest. Our team keeps putting people who don't play those positions in those positions. We flop, and then we say, oh, but if we can just get a player for that position, I'm like, come on. This is getting ridiculous. You can't try to keep with a circle in a square
That's
space
facts.
and expect the circle to perform or do the same duty as a square. It's not gonna work, bro. So what I'm trying to say is, if Ten Hag wants to execute whatever he's executing, because like I said, people must get over the fact that he's the manager. That's just this whole Ten Hag out thing is dumb. We still have games to play at the end of the day. And what
100.
I'm trying to say is play people in their positions, play to their strengths, and let's see from there, Mark. Because we'll never know the full potential of one, Eric's capabilities and these players' capabilities if we keep playing people not in their positions. That's the beef I have.
Me too, to
So
be fair.
wait.
But
Let me ask you a quick question. Is Ahmad when Ahmad has started the full half of the Premier League games so far, has he not played to his strengths? I'm trying to understand.
No, he's played to his strengths. He was player of the game, player of the match, one of the games, and he got dropped,
Yeah,
bro. And by the same metric, Rashford last year was crap, but they keep playing him.
but
He
didn't
got
he didn't
games,
get
bro.
dropped. He get arrested for the
Rashford
Barnsley
was on
game, right?
fire against Porto and he got taken out of the team. Everyone has had the same similar sort of treatment. Yeah, there's
No,
been
bro. No, bro.
yes, Garnacho.
No, bro.
Listen,
Don't do that, bro.
let me
Don't let
explain
us go
something
pull
to
up
you.
statistics for
This
Rashford
how
has
many
season,
been.
minutes people played.
Vegeta,
You know,
I think he
Rashford
mean this
played
season
200
so
more
far,
minutes than
not
Ahmad.
last
Don't
season.
do
I'm
that,
talking
bro.
about this season. This
Yeah,
season,
okay. This season,
Rashford
convenient.
scored.
The same manager who was doing
Rashford
this.
was No, wait. Hold on.
Okay,
Rashford was
okay.
tearing.
This
Port-
season, okay.
wait,
That's
hold on. Let me
convenient.
just land this point. Because you said something, so now I need to counter it. Yeah, Rashford was tearing Porto apart. He got taken off. Yeah, that everyone was miffed. Like, hold on, he's the only one frying Porto. He got taken off the field. Yeah, so then the English media tried to make it seem like Ten Hag is doing something untowards to Rashford. Yeah, equally we had Garnacho who was on the bench in the beginning of the season for Ahmad. Ahmad was starting all the games, and then they would give Garnacho 10 minutes to come on and perform. He would come on in the 10 minutes, he would score or he would assist, and he was still finding himself on the bench when Ahmad was playing. So I'm not saying, so the idea that Ahmad is not getting chances is a myth. We've played 8 Premier
But you know
League
what's
games.
crazy, bro?
He's
You know what's
wait,
crazy?
hold on.
This
We've
whole thing
played
is not
8
even
Premier
about
League
Ahmad.
games.
See,
He
that's the
started
problem, bro.
4.
All you
He's
heard was Ahmad. That's the problem. I literally
no.
said, bro,
You
why
know,
are we not playing the right wingers in the right wing position? All you heard was Ahmad.
he's
That's
not good enough.
crazy to me,
He's not
bro.
good enough.
That's
He's
and
not
you know
good
what's
enough.
crazy to me,
He's
bro,
not good
is the
enough.
fact that you guys say, "Oh, but
It's
we keep
you
blaming
guys
Ten
that are
Hag."
making me
Who's
think he's
dropping these
not good
players?
enough.
It's Ten Hag. So if I blame Ten Hag, it's a problem. If I
No,
address
but
what's
you
going on
see,
in the
but
pitch,
why will you
it's a
blame
problem.
Ten Hag though, Vegeta? Because think about
No,
it from
no,
this
no,
perspective,
but
right?
Mark,
He's
No,
not good
hear me
enough.
out. First of all, Ahmad is not Rashford, so we cannot compare Ahmad to Rashford. I know a lot of fans want to do the comparison because they want to have this balanced approach to players, like every player is just a player. But in reality, this is not the case. They are going to be a captain. There's going to be a star player in the squad, and the player who coming up is not going to have the kind of leeway that these players have. That's the reality in every single
then, bro,
football
then
club.
let's
There's
say
no
that.
difference in Liverpool
Let's stop blaming
from
people's
Man
training
City
and
to now.
people's
So for
performances. Let's say
me,
that.
no, you see, the thing
Let's
is,
say that,
bro,
then, bro.
I don't like it. I'm not saying I agree with it, but what I'm saying to you is you can't tell me that, we're going to play Rashford in form, but we're not going to do that to Ahmad. And the reason why I won't agree with that statement is because Ahmad has not delivered for United in any capacity
But you see,
like
Mark, here's the
Rashford.
problem again.
So
Here's
he
the
would
problem.
not denote that same treatment. To be fair, to be all honest, bro, this is his first season as a starter. And like Garnacho last season, who was drip fed, after he started the first 2 games and he didn't have any goals on output, we was like,
Mark,
Garnacho is shit.
I feel
Everybody
like you're
was
missing. I
bagging
feel
on
like you're missing my
Garnacho.
point. I feel like you're missing my point, bro. Rashford and Garnacho are left wing players.
I
That's
don't think.
their position of the pitch. They should be competing for that part of the pitch. I
Yeah,
think it's just criminal that you've got not one, you've got 2 players that play on the same side, and neither of them can get game time. This is not about Ahmad specifically. I couldn't give a damn, bro. They both wearing a United shirt. They just occupy the right hand side. It's like saying you've got 2 right wingers. There's 2 left wingers. Let's say everybody's fit, but you're still gonna play Dalot and Mazarawi. All of us will say, "What the hell, bro? Play the left back, bro."
true.
That's what I'm trying to say, bro. It doesn't make sense what's going on. Where are these 2 right wingers gonna get a chance if 2 left wingers are occupying their position at all time? That's what I'm asking.
They're
When
both not good enough. They're both not good enough.
we're making
We
it seem like the natural
we
and Rashford
need
are like the
we
world on
need a
track.
complete revamp on the right hand side. They're both not
Exactly,
good enough.
bro.
They're
Like
both not Man United level. Both
I
of them.
if I think honestly, bro, like this is just me, right? When everybody was like, we need to move Greenwood on for the situation and whatnot, I'm like, who are we going to replace him with? And a lot of people said Ahmad Diallo. And I was like, what are you smoking? The Ahmad does not have half the ability of Mason Greenwood. First of all, he doesn't have probably ceiling, and he doesn't have the output. He's
No,
older
that
than
we can
Mason
agree,
Greenwood,
bro.
by the way,
No, that we can agree on. Mason was a generational talent, bro. We're not even gonna
right?
bring him into this conversation.
But you see
So for
Mason
me,
Greenwood, yeah. Mason Greenwood, yeah. We can say that he belongs in a conversation with a Cole Palmer or a Saka. But
No, he does, but
you
yeah, he
can't
does.
tell
No, we
me
don't disagree on that. The
you
problem is
can't
it doesn't play
you
for us.
can't tell me that Ahmad and Antony belong in that conversation.
No, nobody said. Okay, I didn't say that. Let me not say nobody. Let me not speak for other people. Me and you agree on the Greenwood thing, but the reason why I'm not bringing Greenwood into this is because he's a Marseille player. He doesn't play for us. I'm
true.
talking about our players.
Bro, I
Thank
think
you.
Our
I
players
think
are not
our
good
right
enough.
wing need development.
But
I
Wait,
think
wait, hold
that's
on.
one
Wait,
of
wait,
our.
wait a minute. Did somebody say our place is not good enough?
Well, I mean, I'm not saying that they're not
Professor
good
Legit,
enough. I
bro.
just saying I don't think he's ready at the level that people putting him off to be right now. Because if he was, he would be getting more output. He would be doing numbers. He would have contributed more goals and assists to the team, which is what the team needs. Now, I
Please,
might not disagree with Siobhan or
please,
Stephen saying that
Mark,
Ahmad is a better player than Garnacho, but
Oh,
Mark,
currently his performances have not delivered.
Mark, I want to ask a question, please.
Go ahead, bro.
Has anything had treated that man bad this season? Apart from this game that people are clamoring for,
is
Disappeared.
your mic is cutting out in and out.
Fix, you still there? Oh, Bali. I mean,
But I think it was Fix I was talking. Your mic, Fix, your mic
yeah,
is cutting
yeah,
in and
Fix
out.
just disappeared, bro. I think he had to go out and come back in.
Okay.
He will come back. He will come back. So go ahead now, Ulmon. Say what else you have to say.
No. What I'm saying is that our players are good enough. Why is not translating on the pitch is another thing. Because I'm not gonna say here and say that oh my players are trash. Like no, they're not trash. They're good enough. They're
Bro,
I,
good
even
I
enough.
if it
never
was
said they were
translated on
trash.
the
I'm
pitch,
just
I just
saying
want to
for the
explain this,
level.
right? If a player is good enough, it will translate on the pitch. That is the reality of football, bro. This is sports. This is not a textbook. It's not an examination. If
So
you're a
why is it
top
why
player, your performances on the pitch don't denote what the manager tell you, bro. That could never stop you from being a great footballer. So the ideology that a player is play
Mark,
rubbish because of a manager makes no sense to me. Now I could understand if he's played out of position, but if he's playing in his position and not delivering, that's on him.
What I see from Ahmad in the final third, the same way of what I see from Antony in the final third, not good enough. It's a very simple fact. We cannot blame the manager on what Ahmad and Antony are doing in the final third. It's not good enough. This is Man United. All this play FC that you lot like to do, it blows my mind. And then you'll say that I'm a
Nah, but
Rashford.
even this
No,
manager thing
wait.
is
And then you guys
ridiculous,
will
bro.
say that I'm
Nah,
pro
this manager
Rashford.
thing is
If
also
if
fucking
if
ridiculous at this
75
point, bro.
million
What the
came in
hell?
for Rashford today, I'll say sell him.
I,
Like
you, you know what you know what you're correct. If because the way you said that it's not translated from the players, we don't need a coach then. The players are coaching themselves on the pitch. The players are coaching themselves on the pitch. They don't have no discipline. We do not need a manager. We don't need a manager. Just let the players go out there and play.
Bro, that makes no sense what you're saying there.
No,
First
no,
of
it does
all,
it
no,
does
it
make
does not,
sense.
bro. It's because this is the same ideology that you were saying last night about because you want to draw in that Hansi Flick is an amazing coach because
No, no,
Barcelona are
no,
top
no.
of the league. They
Don't bring
finished
that great
second
manager.
last
Don't bring
season,
that
bro.
great manager
Let's
in
not
here.
do
Don't bring
that,
that
bro.
great. No,
And
don't bring
players
that great
having
manager.
discipline is their own problem. If you don't
Mark, you're
have
going too
discipline
far.
for yourself, bro, what are
You're
you
going too
doing?
far. Mark, you're going too
Bro,
far.
you
Don't bring
can't,
that great
bro. No,
manager
but
in
let me
here.
ask you a question, right? Let me ask you a question, honestly. Just as honest question to you, bro.
Go
If
on.
you go out in public and you don't have discipline, is that your parents' fault, bro?
It's my fault and my parents' fault.
Obviously. So then, therefore, what you're telling me about the players
No.
not having discipline on the
You
pitch
didn't hear
have
what
nothing to do with the
you didn't hear
manager,
my
bro.
answer. You didn't hear my answer. I said it's my fault and my parents' fault.
Bro, it's your fault first, bro, because your parents told you what to do, and you didn't listen. No, you know what I mean? Like, now look, I'm not saying Anthony is better than Ahmad K. Dot, but the fact that we say Ahmad saved us against Liverpool is not true. I mean, he didn't score the equalizing goal. He didn't get the assist to bring us level to 3-all. You know what I mean? And all he did was score
Did
on a
Ahmad score the
breakaway.
winner goal? Did
He
Ahmad score
scored
the
the
winner?
winner on a breakaway. It's a counter-attacking goal, and he did well.
Oh
But
my
the
god.
but the
no,
goal
we
to
can't
equalize the
Oh
game
my.
right before the
take
90
that
minute
away
was more
from him. We can't take
important.
that away from him.
So for that, so that goal is the manager greatness. But everything good is the manager. Everything
That's
bad is
not
the
what I
players.
said,
Well
though.
done.
That's not what I
No,
said, though.
we can't
What I'm
take
That's
saying
what
Ahmad's
is
goal
that
started.
the
But
away from
90
him.
minute goal that equalized the
Mark
game
in
to
this same
all was more important than that fourth goal.
no,
Because we'd
because
have go
Mark
to
in this same
penalties,
sentence.
bro.
In this same sentence, you just talked about like, oh, I might just score a breakaway goal, blah blah blah. You're not giving
Jeez.
him credit. You
Bro,
just said you were
listen,
not
you
giving
didn't
him
let me
credit for
finish
that
saying what I was
goal.
saying. Because first of all, addressing the fact that people say Ahmad saved us against Liverpool when he did not. The
Yes,
fact
he did
is,
save
the
us. He
goal that
scored the winning
saved us
goal
was
the
the
last
goal that tied the
game.
game to
He
carry us
wasn't
to
the
extra
only
time.
one. Anthony was also involved in that. Anthony came on and made it 3-3. Is it 3-3? I think it
Two
was.
He
all.
actually made it 3-3, and Nama made it
Okay.
4-3, and you're just saying he didn't
Bro,
save
but
the
that's
season.
not
We're like,
saving.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't
All right, cool,
understand.
man.
We was
Cool.
going into
I
90
see where
minute.
I see
This
where
is
you're
where
coming
you
from.
fellas just fail
No,
to
if we're gonna
understand
be real
logic, bro.
about it, if we're
I
gonna be
just
real about
explained
it,
Wait,
then
something to
Nacho
you,
won us the
Ulmo, and you
FA
can't let
Cup.
me finish, bro.
all right, cool. I
All I'm
understand.
trying
I
to say
understand.
is this, bro. The goal that saved the day is the goal that equalized the game on the 90th minute, before the 90 minute. That is the goal that saved the day
So I'm
because
at,
that gave us more time to play the game so we could have win the game. You
so you're
understand what I'm
denying
saying?
you're denying Amad Diallo goal. You're denying
I'm
it.
not denying it, bro. His goal
No.
came after that. If that goal didn't come to equalize the game, it would have had no Ahmad goal.
So only equalizing goal matters. So winning goal doesn't matter. I
I'm
got
not,
you.
bro. You're
And
not listening.
Winning goals
but the
doesn't
thing is,
matter.
you man are
I
gonna
never
talk
said
about
winning
standards,
goal
yeah.
did not matter, but
Winning
I'm
goals
saying it's
doesn't
not the
matter.
goal that saved the
You
game.
you
The
you
goal
man are
that
gonna
saved the
talk
game was the
about
equalizer.
standards, yeah. You man are gonna talk about standards, yeah, and you're gonna hype up Amad Diallo, and then you're gonna talk about chances created and all of this stuff, yeah. But then you're at the same time you're gonna say that Bruno shouldn't be playing. Like you guys do the wildest things. Like, bro, like I grew up in an era where Fergie was the guy, bro. And the standards that he set, if we're going to talk about real standards, the standards that he was setting when he was the manager, Amad Diallo can't get into Fergie's team. Antony can't get into Fergie's team. Like, these
Facts.
men won't even touch the bench, bruv. Yeah, they're not good enough. Yeah, I'm just going to be real. Even the brothers that we have playing up front for us, they're not good enough. Yeah, but we have to bear in mind that these are young players. Yeah, but having said that, if you're gonna slander the guys that have actually put in the work to score goals and assist for us this season, and uplift a brother who hasn't really like set the world alight, then it's crazy. It's crazy. Now we're advocating to go backwards. And then we're gonna say, oh, but we didn't score. It's the manager's tactics. It's the manager's tactics. No. Despite the manager's tactics, Rashford's still scoring goals. Garnacho's still scoring goals. So why should these men suffer on the back of the manager's tactics if it is the manager's tactics? Like, bro, let's just be real about what we're seeing. Ahmad, right now, as much as I can appreciate the way he holds on to the ball and some of the dribbling play, I don't appreciate the lack of goals and the lack of assists. I don't appreciate it, especially if he's going to be starting. I don't. I don't. I don't want to tune into another game and he plays and then he doesn't do what he needs to do. And then at the end, when we're discussing the match, all these people are saying, the manager took him off on the 75th minute. Why did they take him off? And it's like, hold on, did he do anything? Did he do anything?
You know what? You're right. You know what? You're right. The last game we played, what was the score?
1-1.
Because so why come those players were not scoring? Luckily, Ahmad wasn't playing because again, Ahmad is not good enough. Why
Ahmad
was the
did
score
play.
1-1? Why did we not
Ahmad
score
did
more
play in the
goals?
game.
Is that
Ahmad
how
came
to
on
read?
into the game.
Okay, cool.
I mean, for me, I look at it from a perspective of, like, you see, I think some of you guys misunderstand, you know. Now, while I agree, Rashford is a left winger, Garnacho is a left winger. Rashford has been playing off of the right, has been playing better football than he playing off of the left. He playing a more complete game on the right. So I would say that's good player management. Irfan said it earlier. You know what I mean? Now, I don't want Rashford to be competing for a right wing spot. I will be honest and say that. But maybe one of the wingers on the right should switch to the left. Maybe Antony should go play off the left because he left footed. I don't know. I wouldn't mind seeing that. Now, if the manager decide to change the player role, now I don't really like the fact that we have Rashford there taking away Ahmad's starting role and Garnacho starting on the left because I actually rate Ahmad a little higher than Garnacho. But the output, what we need right now is to score goals. We're struggling scoring goals. So we need all the players who playing up front to contribute. Now, while I will say that the manager has made some mistakes with his substitution and maybe he doesn't always get the tactics right, when you're creating chances and these same players, Ahmad, Garnacho, Rashford, you name them, getting on the end of these chances and not converting, I can't blame the manager for this. I have to blame the players because you know what? This is what we're paying them for. We're not paying them to do anything else but score goals. This is what attackers are paid for. We pay defenders to stop goals. We pay keepers to stop shots. You know what I mean? So all the extras and additives is cool. The nice dribbling and all that thing is cool. But if you don't have output as an attacking player, bro, what's the point?
But
Because if we draw in games, I mean, we're not gonna say the manager. We're gonna blame the manager because we're gonna say, well, we can't win. I mean, it's one of those situations where I feel like we have to blame both the players for not delivering and blame the manager because he need
Wait,
to find us a selection of players that will deliver consistently. But also the players need to step up, bro. Like Manchester United is not because they played 2 good games, you're supposed to start every game. You have to play a good game almost every week in order to start the following week. That's what we need to get to. So it shouldn't really matter who's starting where if we win in games, in my honest opinion.
but we're not even winning. We're not even winning games. We don't even know who our best line. We don't
when
even
are
know
we
what our
doing the
best lineup
lineup?
is.
Fix
When
it.
are we
It's
doing
something
the
like,
lineup?
huh?
When are we doing the lineup?
I'm gonna do it now. I was just waiting to hear your mic properly, bro. Big up. So let's do the lineup. Omo, pick the defense now, bro. You can while I bring up everything,
I
you can
cannot do
start
lineup for
talking.
this manager. You know I want this manager gone.
Well, I mean, just do a lineup now, bro. Stop acting like that now,
It'll
bro. We
be
know what you want and you want the manager
it'll
gone, bro.
it'll be Johnny Evans, Johnny
What
Evans,
we going at
Leacher.
4-3-3, 4-2-3-1? What lineup we going?
It's 4-2-3-1. You know that is regular.
All right. I know
But
we're saying that
the same lineup versus 20.
the same lineup versus 20.
Yeah, it's so predictable. But Johnny Evans will be back there. No Lindelof. It'll be Casemiro, Ericsson, Bruno at the 9, and that's it.
So Johnny
Hold on,
Evans,
wait.
the lit.
Hold on, wait. Nah, Mazraoui is back. So the back four is Mazraoui, Dallo, Licha, Delit. It will be Casemiro, Ericsson, Bruno, Rashford on the right, Garnacho on the left, and Hoyland up front.
So you don't want to see Licha off the left back, right?
I don't want to see Licha at all, but we have no choice.
Wow.
Have it my way. I'll put Johnny Evans back there. Maguire's too injured, so I'll put Johnny Evans the lid back there. If it went my way, or maybe on Johnny
I
Evans
wouldn't
and
mind that
Lindelof.
as well, bro, to be fair. You know what I mean? I think I would have liked to see Johnny Evans in there and put Licha off the left back. That was just me. What you guys saying?
Yo,
Yes, John Evans in the middle.
Chat, all they saying, all they want to see Johnny Evans in the centre back role or Evans still injured, GB says. Big up to GB for that comment. Big up,
if
bro.
Licha scored, they're gonna score off set piece. If Licha starts, I see them scoring off a set piece. They have 12 big men on the team. Suchek, Marco Antonio, the defender. They're gonna score off set piece. That's how I see it.
The lineup, the way their lineup looking, I was thinking we need to be careful on set pieces as well because they got some big guys. You know, Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
That's been our weakness before
They,
Ten
they,
Hag came
they've
in the
stopped.
club.
They've stopped playing Dallo as a left back. I believe they've stopped playing him there.
Nah, it's just one game.
No, I think
Like,
Dallo made
he
a
hasn't
request
played
to
there
be
for a
playing
little
right
while
back, you
now.
know.
um, because Maserati wasn't available, and when Maserati was available, he put him at the 10. So we'll see if the manager changes his ways or go back to the regular Degler.
But
So we're doing with the
Mazraoui
midfield.
played as a left back in the last game when he came out of from the number 10 position.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
when he came
did.
from number 10, went to left back because Dallo was already starting at right back. Like if you take Dallo off, it makes no sense. But I said this game, I don't know what might happen. I'm just going back to the regular standards.
I don't know. I don't think he's gonna be at left back no more because he's had some shocking games there. So I don't think the manager's looking to put him there no more.
Okay, I hope so. I hope so.
So it's
I
either
will.
gonna be Licha or Mazraoui.
So like for now,
But
I'll put
I,
Mazraoui
I,
there because the report is Johnny Evans injured. So I'll put Mazraoui off the left this time, and
I
I'll
think
put. Hmm?
I think Daro should be okay. There is no what's this guy's name? The Ghanaian.
Kudos.
Kudos. So
But
he
it'll
should be
be
okay.
Yeah, but the annoyance of John McGinn, he likes to cross from there. But we'll see.
So we starting in midfield, guys. What you guys saying?
Casemiro and Ericsson will start.
Casemiro, Eriksson, Bruno, you know the drill. You know the drill is the same thing. You think we're gonna change it? We don't change.
I'm just saying. I think Casemiro had the knock. I'm
But
seeing. I'm seeing he's not
we're light in the midfield though. Who else is gonna play there?
Ugarte,
Ugarte. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but apart from
Maserati.
Ugarte, well, again, we're light in midfield. We've got a lot of injuries there. Mason Mount's injured again. So yeah, we're just light in midfield. Like we need to revamp our midfield as well. That's
So what
another
y'all saying?
issue.
Casemiro and Ugarte or Casemiro and Ericsson or Ericsson and Ugarte?
Please, Mark. I'm
Probably
saying.
it's
I say. I don't know. I don't know if Casemiro is fit
it's gonna
because
be
I check him out on Premier League app. This from FPL. So they are saying he's injured or something.
But he
It's not
came on.
fully fit.
He came on though. He came on in the Champions.
Came
I
on.
mean, in the UEFA Cup, didn't he? He came
did.
on as a sub,
Yes, it did.
so he's gonna start.
It should be Casemiro and Ugarte in that midfield.
Casemiro's gonna start. I'm pretty sure of it.
If the manager is smart, Ericsson will not start this game.
I mean, I agree with that. I think he needs to rest a game.
It's not about resting. This is a physical match. Their whole team is all strong.
It would be good to see Casemiro and Ugarte start, to be fair. If I see
I
the two
think.
of them
I
start,
think.
I'd
I
have
think.
real confidence.
I think we are going to see what we see in Fenerbahce. Is Ugarte Ericsson. Ugarte Ericsson.
I mean, I don't want to see Ericsson start this game, to be fair, bro. Being honest there, I think Ericsson plays the C and GK because of his height.
Wait, the
Bro.
game's at 2:00, right?
Mark,
Huh? Yeah, 2
What
if
p.m.
you
time
are
is the
UK.
game?
Mark,
Yo.
if we are doing our own lineup, then Ericsson will not be
No,
there.
but
But if it is
Ericsson,
Ten
I
Hag,
don't think Ericsson started today because Ericsson usually don't play more than 3 games in a row as a starter because of medical reasons. So that's why I'm not playing Ericsson in the starting today. I would play him. I would mind starting him, but I think this game, like almost saying, is a game you need to you need to have a physical midfield, and Ericsson is not the most physical player.
Mark,
I trust my manager.
Mark, please put Hoyland there. Put Hoyland there first.
Hoyland. That's not a bad shout. I think Xerxes probably starting in Europe this season.
Wait, where you putting Hoyland up front?
Yeah,
No, put Ahmad there.
in striker role.
Yeah, put him there. He's gonna score. He's gonna assist. Don't worry.
Nah, bro.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
To be fair, I don't mind seeing Ahmad start today. To be fair, I don't mind seeing Ahmad start today.
No, do not play Ahmad. We're not playing Ahmad. He doesn't score goals. He doesn't give assists. Do not put Ahmad in there. He's leaving on a free either way. So what's the whole point?
Bro, if he left on a free, I'm not saying I would celebrate, but I wouldn't be pissed off. I wouldn't be pissed off.
I wouldn't be mad, bro. I'd have the
We
same
paid,
opinion I had when
double digit for him, and for him to leave on a free.
Bro, move that Ahmad out of that place and put Rashford. What do you mean? Move him
Tyler
bro,
out.
I
Dibley
think come
is
on,
18, and to me, he's just as good as Ahmad right now, and Ahmad's 22.
Who's I talking about? The Ethan Williams?
Tyler Dibley.
Tyler Dibley. He's not too bad at all. You know, to be fair, bro, the reason why I put Ahmad there is because I feel like it would be a good thing to bring Rashford into a game every now and again. And I don't mind seeing Garnacho start and having someone who do a different thing on the right side. That probably would
This
help.
is the big game for us.
That
This is
plays
the
Big
right
big
game,
game
wing.
but
for us.
There's even
you know what I
another
mean?
guy that plays right wing, left-footed winger at Lille. To me, he's better than Ahmad. There's another Argentinian guy. He's only 18. That we're linked with. He's
Oh,
better
that
than
Matsu Atuano.
Ahmad. Yeah. So as far as I'm concerned, if he leaves the club, fair enough. There are guys out there that will take his position and most probably give us a bit more.
He's
As
not
far as
going
I'm
anywhere.
concerned.
It's just fans and the media that is trying to cook up something. He's not going anywhere.
It's
He has
Who
been
like
given
knows?
a
I
very
don't care.
it's like you mentioned all this Tyler Diblin is better than Ahmad. Like, what are we doing here?
No, I
What are
didn't
we
say he's
doing?
better. I said he's just as good.
Nah, he ain't nowhere near as good. Come on,
Who's
come
that?
on.
I
Tyler
don't
Dibling?
agree.
Tyler Diblin. Like,
Is
bro,
nowhere as good as
these
who?
are the type, I know the type of wingers you guys like, and I'm like, there's no. I'm not gonna argue. I'm like, okay, cool, I
There's
understand.
only one type of winger, bro.
There's
One
one type of
who's a
winger
1v1
you all
monster
like.
and get crosses in and get shots at goal. That's the only type of winger I'd have, bro. Anything else is not a
Exactly,
winger, is a
exactly. Yeah,
option.
yeah, yeah.
You might are looking way too much into the nuances as to how a guy plays.
Again,
I
because when
don't
you build it,
care if a guy plays like Jadon Sancho or if a guy plays like Marcus Rashford. As long as he gives me what Cole Palmer is giving Chelsea, I don't care.
But
oh,
That's
there's
so
all
ain't
you
I
don't,
want
nobody
from
to
my
hate
okay
winger.
then.
Ahmad, bro. We just
So
not
you don't care
hyping
about
him. And
you
it's
don't care about
reality, bro.
so you
The
just
man
want
has
to win.
scored 2 goals and has like 4 assists for United in about 14 or 15 games, and he's the second coming of
Again,
who?
in a simple fact that like you know, like I see the nuance because every little detail matter. If the detail that doesn't matter, it all matters because again, it's all about building a balance. Okay, you want to win that go and do all that. Cool,
You
get the
ever
women
see
that
Juan
do all that.
Riquelme, bro? You ever see Juan Riquelme?
Who?
Juan Riquelme.
Yeah, I say requirement.
Right. It's Juan Riquelme, not his son. Juan Riquelme.
Yeah, the one for Barcelona. Am I
Right.
tripping?
Now tell me, if Ahmad anywhere near that,
I'm not nowhere near. What are
right,
we
and they
doing?
are the same style of winger. If you don't
Yeah,
know, they are the
yeah, yeah,
same style
yeah,
of
yeah,
winger, bro. That is the style that he
yeah, yeah,
display
yeah,
for
stage.
me.
Yeah. You don't know what you're talking about. You're complaining around the
No,
equipment.
you see, the thing is, bro, I like Ahmad, but I think he need development. I think he had to go
You're,
through the same process that Garnacho
he
did.
needs what?
Garnacho
What does he
last
need?
season, bro. Garnacho last season played 2 games, and everyone was like, bench him, he's not good enough. And he got benched. He came on, he was getting minutes as a substitute in a couple of games, and he forced himself back to becoming a starter, bro. That's what Garnacho did last season.
So
Why can't
you
Ahmad
said
do the same? Why
you,
Ahmad need to be gifted starting positions and
no.
not earn
The
them
fans
like
want him to
Garnacho?
get it on a platter of gold. They don't want him to work hard. They just want him there because they like him. Me, I
Yeah,
like
bro,
Ahmad, but
you would swear that this is the case box, 100%.
And the thing is, yeah, they'll hear what I'm saying and think I don't like Ahmad. It's the conversations that we're having that are putting me in this mindset, yeah, that I'm thinking, hold on, but he hasn't even done anything. That's like somebody arguing that Xerxes needs to be starting ahead of Hoyland. Like, if you're gonna argue this point and argue it with your chest and say, oh, but look at how he is on the ball and look at how his first touches, and I'm like, bro, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, as long as he's not doing his job in the final third, I don't want to know. I don't want to know why the manager is not starting him because he's not doing his job. If yeah, we have a guy who's got like 5 or 6 goals, right, and assists, and he's on the bench, that's
bro,
when I will now
bro,
start saying, yo, why is he not playing?
bro, bro. Ahmad first full season as in first season in top flight football. I don't think he's just ending of last season. That's when he start getting minutes. First season in top flight football in any league at all. And you want him to be starting from Man United every week, even when his match reading and form has dropped.
I don't
No,
know.
I like what
This is a
Stephanie say
beautiful
here,
thing.
guys. So I just
This
wanted
is a
to
beautiful
to
thing.
reiterate it because I think this is the
What do
best
everybody expect
solution.
from the winger? What do everybody expect from the winger to score goals, right, or create assists?
Both.
create
It's
assist and score
simple.
goal.
Nowadays is both.
It's
Create and
simple.
For
Okay,
score.
me, I will be
okay,
satisfied with creation and getting assist at least one
okay.
every other game. I would be satisfied with that for me from a winger because
Oh,
Even if he
I
wasn't a
now
goal
think
it's about
scorer,
what you
wingers
even if he
want.
wasn't a
major
goal scorer, but he
responsibility
was
is
an
to get
assister, I'd be
assists.
satisfied with that. Even if he didn't score and he just he had like
Wait,
10,
wait, wait,
15
wait, wait.
assists a season.
No.
I'll be satisfied
No.
with it.
No, because first of all, you said they have to score assists, and now you say even if they don't, I don't get it. Because again,
Okay. The narrative now, Omo, is that wingers
His
need to get
output is
goals and
shit. That's
assists.
why.
The narrative now. For me, my definition of the primary role of a winger is to create a chance for the striker to score. Provide an
I don't know.
opportunity for your team to
Mark,
score. So
first
okay,
of all,
yes, no, if it's
I don't
so if I get in that from a winger, bro, I am satisfied. Me personally. If my
okay,
striker is banging in a
that's
goal
what I'll be
every
looking
game
for
because
today.
one or the two wingers supplying him, I am satisfied with that. Right?
Okay,
Now,
I agree with you. I'll be looking for that today. Today, that's
right,
all I
but
look for.
the
Eh,
problem is that
no. That's
we
not as a
need
problem.
no, but you're not understanding. Like you asked for a
Okay,
question. The problem is that now, if our winger get an assist, and we would start wanting them to score goals. We would start saying that assist is not enough, but it have to have some form of how you say it, bro? Like stable expectation, sustainability. Basically, like you need to have a bar for
Mark,
them to pass to call a pass in
Mark,
the game.
please, I don't know if you're with your tablet. Just dig up for us how many minutes Ahmad and the other wingers this season. How many minutes? Because this issue of being treated unfairly, I just want it to be as in, to get some facts about these things. He's treated unfairly.
Anyways, I've never seen I've never seen at any stage under any Sir Alex Ferguson team people advocating for a brother that's only scored one goal and one assist, and he started half of the Premier League matches. I've never seen
Bro, bro, it's
never seen
funny. It's funny. It's funny. And they want to just lord it over the manager that he has done a great crime that, like, I don't get it.
you know
It's
what? No,
been
I can. You know why it's wrong to compare Sir Ferguson? Because again, everybody was balling at that time. Everybody was playing at that time. Everybody had a job to do, and they did the job very well at that time.
but
That's where
you
proper
guys are
culture come
talking
into
about
play.
standards,
Responsibility,
though. You
Omo.
guys talk about standards, and the guy hasn't set no standard. He hasn't set any standard
So
to be
who
playing.
has set the standard for our team right now? Because I need to know where this line is. Who has set
Bro,
the standard for Manchester United right now?
even if you're gonna say, right, who has set the standard, has Rashford, yes or no, has he not performed better than Ahmad this season? Yes or no?
Yes, he's played the most. So yes,
Garnacho?
What's the metrics here, guys?
Ganacho, yes, he has played the most.
This
Go
is
on.
the metrics here for this season so far. 6 matches played for Ahmad, 8 for Garnacho. 368 minutes as opposed to 466. 1 goal for Ahmad, 2 goals for Garnacho. Goals per 90, 0.27 for Ahmad, 0.43 for Garnacho. 1 assist each. Apparently, this is the Premier League. You know what I mean? 0.27 assists for 90 minutes. He have a higher assist ratio. Progressive dribbles, 22 for 18. Successful dribbles, 147 to 154. You know what I mean? This is currently the stats on both of them.
So
So
it's pretty much it's just pretty much the same. Like just one game, in 90, that one game
basically 90
difference.
minutes difference. So this is why I don't understand the whole outcry for Ahmad, and this is why I kind of
Yeah.
frustrated by it,
So
Omo.
one
This is
goal difference
because
in 90. Okay, cool.
you
Nice,
see,
nice
now you
data.
see, this is
Nice
Ahmad
data.
first season as a full starter, bro. First full season as a starter. He's going to have to get drip fed in, just like Garnacho last season.
Yeah, that's one. Listen. Ahmad is not good enough because of training level. So it just proves there. Like, listen, Ahmad is not good enough. So listen, Ganacho, Rashford, and Hoyland will carry. They will give us the positive GA we need. Because again, we're -2 right now. They will score the goals. I trust in them. If they don't score goals, they're a failure today. Every day I expect goal or assist from them. And if they don't give me a goal assist every day, I'm gonna come in here and say they failed. Because that's your criteria for your wingers: goal assist. So today I'm expecting goal or assist.
The thing is, yeah, even if let's say Rashford or Garnacho or even Hoyland doesn't score today, yeah, to me, I believe our whole attack is not good enough. This is not just down. So don't think it's something where I'm just trying to pick.
Okay, keep
Wait,
moving it.
hold on. Don't think, I'm trying to pick on Ahmad and Antony. I think the whole attack is not good enough. In my personal opinion, I was saying it before we got Xerxes. Why don't we look at either bringing in Ivan Toney or bringing Victor Gyökeres, right? Because at the end of the day, what we have there is not good enough to take us forward, right? And then the more I think about it, I'm looking at Victor Gyökeres still banging in goals all the time, and I'm thinking, how the hell did we not go and get a certified gunman up front? We haven't got that. We haven't got no killers in the wing areas. Like Rashford, he used to be, and then he fell off. So now he's struggling. Like, to me, even if he gets 20 goals this season, in my opinion, at his age, for where he was supposed to be, it's not good enough. So if a team comes in and says 75 mil for Rashford, please, I beg, take him. I will drive him to wherever you want him to go so we can revamp the whole attack. Because that's what I think we need. The whole attack needs a facelift. We need our wingers to be averaging, averaging 15 to 20 goals per season, and that's just the goals. The
So
assist
we need new play. So we need new players.
we need new players. I'm just gonna be
And
real.
is that it? Only new players?
Bro, let's settle this for first 3
I believe we need players that could deliver. They're not
How about
delivering.
coaching? Or the coach good enough? We need only new players.
No, but to be fair, I'm Eric Ten Hag in. I believe in the manager.
Okay,
I believe in
okay,
the manager. I
okay.
believe
Let
in
me
the
ask you
manager
something.
because the
Let me
manager has
So
done.
all we
Wait,
need,
wait, hold on, hold on,
Get a
hold on.
little chance there. Like Coley,
No,
Hold
I
on.
just want to know where you
Coley.
come from. Like, so to you, all we need is new players, and that's about it.
I believe so. I believe we
Okay,
need new players.
okay.
I believe we need new players in the attack.
So
Because
your
Now,
expectation,
Coley.
so your
Ineos,
expectation for this year is just zero. Because again, we need new players. These are old players, right?
bro,
Got
it's
it.
gonna. I already knew, but I listened to what the club has said. Yeah, none of you man have listened to the club. The club
I
have
listened to you
said,
today.
the club
I've
has
listened to
said
you
that
quite a
the
lot this morning.
expectations for this season is just to perform better. Yeah, the performances are not better yet. So,
You're hiding behind the club. What do you want?
what
Not
do
Ineos.
I
You're
want?
not Ineos. What do you want?
Bruv, I understand, that this is a work
What
in
I want
progress.
is to win matches and win trophy. Finish. By the
You
end of
see,
season, let me
It's
get a
true.
cup.
see, thank you. That's a fix for. Babe, you're not saying what you want. You're just saying you're hiding behind Ineos. You're understanding
Why?
Ineos. You're
Why?
reading the
No,
Ineos
no, no,
playbook.
no, 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 no,
Yo,
no, no,
guys, hold on.
no.
I think
You're
Coley
basically,
want to address some things that we all was talking about this morning. Let me give Coley a little chance on the mic now, because we just going around fine margins here now.
Can you hear me good,
Big up
yeah?
Coley. Yeah, bro.
Alright, cool. So, Bali, I've listened to a lot. Alright, bro. bro, I'm gonna do this one as calmly as possible because I'm with family today, innit? I'm with family. So I'm gonna try and keep this one mature. The things I have heard you say on the stream today, charges, my friend. Yeah? When the timing's right on the right stream, charges. Yeah? That's it. You have to be put on charges for the things you have said today on the stream. You want my man to go for free. We're looking at the stats. The difference between your beloved Garnacho and Ahmad is 1 goal. And you're sitting here telling us on stream that you want him gone for free, or you wouldn't mind if he goes for free. And then, you know what kind of calmed me down though? When you sat there just now and said you're Eric Ten Hag in. Now things make a little more sense. You don't want to address what the sorry, I'm choking. Man, just down the coffee before I come off it. You don't want to address what the actual problems are here. What you want to do is you want to call someone that's barely getting any game time substandard and basically blanketing Eric Ten Hag's
What do you mean by
decision
not
to
getting
not
a
bring
game
him.
time?
Just
Please,
now,
sit
Fam,
down.
fix. Let
He
him
has
finish.
this.
Let him fix.
no, go on, he can talk, but don't
No,
scream like that
go
because
ahead
your
and
mic is
finish, bro,
trash, so
because
I can't hear you.
I want you to land your point first before anybody debates you, bro, because Everybody was
Alright,
debating
cool.
already. So land the point.
We were having this conversation, yeah. I can't remember whose stream it was on, but Ahmad's minutes were pulled up. Yeah, and anyone that wants to do that right now, you can pull up his minutes.
Get right
The
here, bro.
amount of minutes this boy has
368.
been given, the amount of minutes this boy has been given for you lot to even be making judgments on him is criminal. Yeah, you're saying things like he's not good enough, bro. The biggest stakes competition that we were in and won, last year, he played a pivotal part in that, and you're deeming him not good enough. That's crazy. Your beloved Rashford didn't turn up in that little streak, by the way. Like, and somehow Ahmad's not good enough. Like,
Bro, I
and then
said
the
we could
whole
sell
Fergie,
Rashford
the
for
Fergie
75
tangent.
mil. I said we could sell Rashford for 75 mil. So he's not my beloved Rashford if I want to sell him, right?
Cool. But you're sitting here asking
I
us just now,
said
has he
we
not
need to
performed
sell.
better?
I
Yeah, I
said
heard
we
that.
need
I
to
said, cool.
revamp the whole attack. I said the whole attack.
But okay, I'll come back to that one as well. But did you not just sit here and say, You just sat here and said we need to revamp our whole team, and you're Eric and not giving 600 mil to revamp his whole team. And yet here we stand, looking worse. Oh, turn this off.
Nah, hearing you, bro.
One sec.
Oh, yeah, I'll come back. You got a call. But big up to Kobbie, bro. Like, what I would say with, I mean, like, I don't hate Ahmad, bro. I don't think he should go for free. But I think he needs to develop a little bit more. I honestly think that if I look at these minutes currently this season that he's received, bro, he played 6 games. And I think at this stage, if we consider Garnacho, the same player we comparing him with, at this same stage last season, he was on less minutes. So that's my argument for saying that, I think Ahmad need to develop a little more, and we need to just be patient with the minutes that he's receiving, because I comparing him to how Garnacho was drip fed into the team last season, and he kind of fought his way to get that starting role consistently throughout the season. And I feel like Ahmad need to be given that chance to do that thing himself. That's my only thing with Ahmad. So it's not I dislike the guy or anything, I don't rate him or anything like that, but I think he needs to develop, because for me, he's not at the level yet where he's a guaranteed starter.
Mark, this is the point, yeah? Like, we need to see Ahmad develop before you lot can jump and say any of this wild stuff that you're saying about him right now. You haven't seen enough out of him. And the things you've seen out of him
Where is the unfair
actually have been
treatment
good.
coming from? Where is the unfair treatment coming from?
Bro,
Fix.
The
my
unfair
man,
treatment statement.
you are swallowing your mic,
Fix. Your
bro.
mic
Take it
real
away
popping
from your
up right
mic.
now, bro. We can't hear you right
Trust
now,
me.
bro. Sorry.
And it hurts, fam, because I've got headphones in. Don't do that, fam, because you can just wind me up and I'll start shouting back at you. Like, you can talk in it, but like, please sort that microphone situation out, bro. I want to hear what you got to say.
I think you might have to drop out and come back in, Fix, because it popped in this time. It's not clear like it was before.
One thing I'll quickly say before you go, is that I didn't say I want Ahmad to go on a free. I said if he decides to go on a free, I'm not going to be pissed. Because I haven't seen enough for me to be like, oh my God, how come you let him go on a free? Like, I haven't. He's 22, bro. Like, if I compare him to the brothers in his position, if I compare him to at least 3 brothers in his position, in who have either played Prem or are in the Prem currently in other big teams, bro, he's not on that sort of level or that sort of wavelength. So as far as I'm concerned, Ahmad is responsible for his own development. He's gone out on loan to 2 clubs, Rangers, where he barely got a sniff,
by the way.
where he barely got a sniff play. No. He didn't play at Rangers. He hardly played at Rangers.
Bro, I got
He was on
Rangers
the
fans in
bench
my
at
family.
Rangers.
I got
he
Rangers fans in
played
my
at Rangers.
family.
So
Nah, he
he
played well at
Rangers
Rangers.
fans in
Even
my
I wouldn't say
family.
that about him, bro. He
Bro,
played
It's
well
a,
at
he
Rangers.
it's a,
batted up both of his loans, all right? Don't try it. You got injuries as well.
Okay, no,
So
I'm
don't
wrong
try
then.
it.
No, the
I
reason he
wrote
didn't
that he
bad
was
up,
on
I
the
think,
bench at
was the
Rangers. I'm
booming
wrong.
on loan.
he was on the bench on Rangers till the end of the season. Then he just got the bright spark, and that's about it.
Okay,
And Sutherland, he was the main man. He was the
listen.
main man at Sutherland.
No,
And
I
now
could
he has come
agree
to.
to the Sunderland. I could agree to the Sunderland one, but at Rangers, he was on the bench.
Okay, the following year he got developed by the manager. The manager put arm around his shoulder and made him the main man in Sutherland, and he got developed. And he became he pretty much the reason for the promotion for that year or into playoff. I'm not sure which one it is.
Playoffs.
I was
They
gonna say, yeah,
they
I
come
got
to United. They come to United. Everything has gone to shambles. The development of players doesn't happen here. It doesn't happen here. You want to say you want to put all the spirit from other teams. Yeah, they are better players than other teams because they're being developed better.
not even
Because
that.
I've
They're
seen
getting played when they play like shit. That's the real problem here. That's the real problem here. The real reason why I was saying you lot are going too early because there was bare games last season. You lot all, bro. I remember last Christmas. Yeah, everyone was going, "Oh,
Omari
Ash is
Forson
gonna
versus
start."
Wolves.
Pardon?
What?
No, Omari Forson came on before Amad Diallo and Amad was on the bench. That's when I knew Amad time was up. The manager doesn't like Amad Diallo, and that's
That's
okay. But to
weird,
say that
bro. Come on, bro.
it's not weird. It's not weird. It's not weird. It's a simple common fact. And again, versus Norwich, Omari Forson started over Amad Diallo. Amad was on the bench.
Yeah, but
Just to say,
what's the
wait,
difference,
wait
bro?
a minute,
I mean, at this point, bro, you're
No,
comparing.
no,
I
no,
feel like
no,
you're
no,
going
no.
off,
You
bro, on that.
see,
What Amari Foster is a United player too, bro. He need
I'm
minutes
gonna wrap
too.
up in saying that Amad Diallo is good, but the manager doesn't like him. That's okay. Just say the manager doesn't like him, but to say that he's not good enough doesn't work for me.
And that's what I think is going on here. What I think is going on is you lot have decided to just back Ten Hag's decisions not to play him, and I'm assuming it's because he's not good enough. When Ten Hag comes out and says trash like, "Oh, I have to reward Antony for training," bro,
No, it's
stop
got
it,
nothing to do with
stop
Eric
it.
Ten Hag. You man are conflating your
I
beef
feel
with the
like we're
manager
missing my point
I'm not.
entirely, though.
I'm not.
with what I'm
I'm
seeing
really
on the
not.
pitch.
But
You
then
man
No,
are
but look,
describe
for
the
conflating.
me,
logic to me then.
forget
Describe the
to
logic to me then.
understand the
Just
concept of why I'm looking at Ahmad right now. This is just me,
Yeah, go on.
right?
Yeah, go on.
For me, this is Ahmad's first full season at United as a starter. He wasn't able to do it last season because he was injured for 6 months. For the majority of the season, he was injured, right? So he didn't get the opportunity last season. So this season, first season as a full starter, he started the first 4 games on the bounce. Bam, bam, bam. In the Premier League. Then he played 2 more games in total minutes, or whatever the case is, right? My thing is, if I look at Garnacho last season, which was Garnacho's first full season as a starter, his first 4 games he played 2. He was on the bench for the next 6 or 7 games, and then he got drip fed into the team. He got some minutes here. He came on as a substitute there, came on as a substitute, started a game here or there. Now, for
Okay.
me, I think that's what's going on with Ahmad. So I'm not too upset by it, right?
Okay.
And while we are 10 games and we played 10, 11 games so far this season, and he played a total minutes of about 6 games, I think that's fair for him for now. I think apart from this, of course, we need more minutes for him, but he also needs to, in those minutes that he get, show something that denote him to start the next game or to force the manager in hand. Like kind of like Garnacho did last season. Because at a period last season where Garnacho was scoring and assisting goals every time he came off the bench, I think 4 games in a row, and then he
Yeah.
started. Now, I do expect Ahmad to score 4 goals and get 4 assists or whatever, but just contribute, just perform so the manager say, well, bro, I have to start here. You know what I mean? So
This
I
is
just
funny.
think from this perspective, he getting drip fed into the squad this season, just like Garnacho last season. I am not mad, bro. I'm not mad at it.
Monk, you know that you're correct. You're correct. But again, you forgot the major denominator. You see a player like Amad Diallo. Does he play similar to Marcus Rashford?
I
He
actually
plays
think
similar
he's
to
more
the way
like a Sancho, bro. But
he likes ball to feet. He's a techie type player. The manager doesn't like techie type players. You know that. You know the
how
manager doesn't
could
like
you
techie type
say that,
players.
bro?
And that's why I bring the
I'm
manager
not.
back in.
It's not.
Personally,
Mark
it's not
didn't say
conflating
that, but
beef,
he keep
but that's
dancing
why I bring
around
it
it. You
back.
know he doesn't like techie type players. He doesn't like players with balls to feet. He like kick the ball and run. Like you know it. Cause this is as good as Ahmad is. Ahmad is not developing. He get the ball, kick and run. That's all he does. You know that, right?
wait,
We know
hold
that. But
on.
sometimes,
Does Marcus Rashford only like ball and run, or can he take a ball to feet?
He can
he
do
takes
both, but
ball.
he's not
So
getting played.
Boys running
so
behind.
what? So what's the nice? No, that is a tactic that the team uses. But Marcus Rashford likes ball to feet as well. Like, let's be
He's,
real. Like, let's be real.
if Marcus likes ball to feet so much, then why can't you play him up front?
So why can't you play? No, because he doesn't have. Because I don't believe he has the hold up play. I don't
I
think he
think
has the adequate hold up play.
Because he prefers the ball in behind where he can run.
No,
true.
but
Now that's
you can
another
run in behind
personal
if you're
thing with
playing up
Marcus,
front.
and this is where
Yeah,
I
you
agree
can.
with Kohli, and I would agree
But
with.
most of the
No, in
time,
a sense, I could agree with Olmo, but Olmo, when you tell me the manager don't like techie players, Dusan Tadic is a techie player. he was always starting for him. You know, what I mean,
Who
you can't
is?
say
Who's the
that
techie player?
Dusan Tadic, who used to play at
That,
Ajax
that,
now.
Okay.
listen,
You can't tell me
no, don't talk
that
about
this
Dusan
guy who
Tadic.
playing for Liverpool right now is not a techie player. You can't tell me that. You can't tell me Frank
You
Lampard is
see,
not a
your mic,
techie player.
your mic disagree with you. Your mic disagree with you.
I
No,
mean, I was
he's
getting a call
frozen.
there, my bad.
Frozen.
You know, he had a lot of techie players playing for him, but you see, I think the problem is some of these techie players, they don't work as hard. Now, okay, I like Jadon Sancho, right? But I oppose Jadon Sancho because Man United, bro, is my club. And if you vex with the manager, you have to prove it on the pitch that you're better than him. That's my reaction. I've seen bigger players at the club do these things, prove themselves, follow with Sir Alex and whoever, and come on the pitch and do the job. And that is their answer to the manager, to the fans, and whatnot. I believe players
Can
have
I
to
just
prove it
address
on the
that as
pitch,
well?
bro.
Sorry,
Hmm?
Mark. That's the second time. That's the second time I've heard Sir Alex be talking about in his era today. Like, can we just
No, I'm
address
not
that?
meaning like okay, it's the
Nothing
same
about this
era,
club
but I
right
just
now.
see like in the
No,
same perspective, players had to perform on the pitch to denote that they are right. Then, if you understand what I mean, they can't say, "Well, I'm a better player than this guy" if they're not proving it on the pitch.
yeah, yeah. Okay, that is true by definition. If you want to talk about a meritocratic environment, but this manager has changed our team. Not just him, but right now, especially, our team is not a meritocratic environment. It's not. You do not get on the pitch according to your results. And that's why, for me, when I listen to you lot and your rebuttal against Ahmad, it you forget that logic. You forget the fact that Ten Hag is not playing these lads based on their goals and assists. He is not putting Mazraoui in the 10 based on past performances. So, like, do you see where I'm coming from? Do you see where
I
I'm coming
mean,
from,
I
G?
understand what you're
Like,
saying. Like that's why I say I
like,
don't totally disagree with you guys when you all say that he not getting enough game time to show himself. Because and for me with Sancho, it have players who need to play a run of games to show their best form. Sancho fits that mold for me. I think Ahmad is also in that mold. Like they need to play games consistently to have a rhythm. But it have some players who Garnacho for me, he could bring you on in a game anytime and he's get up to speed immediately. It's different for him. So I agree in the sense that maybe Ahmad should start more games to get that groove, that rhythm in. And I think that's the
listen,
problem. Maybe he
the
needs to
reason why
play
we're
more
not seeing it
consistent
though,
football. Huh?
that's true. That's true, and that's right. But the reason why we're not seeing that is because the manager is under pressure for his job. He is muddied, bro. Yeah. So anything that feels like a risk, my man ain't got the courage to do it right now. Yeah. And then anything else that he thinks is a tactical play that no one will ever see coming, shoves him further down in the mud. Like the real problem you've got here is he didn't really pay attention to what he was working with before he started making demands of what he wanted to bring in. That's what the real problem is. And that's why people can sit here and say, right, you got all of these signings, big man. Why ain't it working? And the reason why is because he didn't know what he was adding to. He knew what he wanted. He didn't know what he was adding to. Yeah? Because there's a lot of people out there in the ex-pros. Like, and I don't agree with this personally, but there's a lot of people ex-pro wise that are looking at the lit attribute wise and going, right, ain't that very similar to Maguire? So really,
I
from
know
a
it's
coaching
true, but
perspective,
in a way,
like
yeah.
from a coaching perspective, those ex-pros are sitting there scratching their head going, right, could you not have just coached Maguire a bit better then? And saved yourself some peas. Like, fair enough, you got the lit, and me as a fan, I'm not mad at it because I thought Maguire got to a point where, bro, you know what this fan base is like. He could score a goal for us. He could drag us out of the mud. He's done it. But the next
I don't
game,
agree that the lit is
when he,
similar to Maguire. I don't agree with
bro,
that.
I already said to you, my personal opinion doesn't feel like we've got another Maguire on the pitch. But when ex pros are talking and they're listing the attributes you get out of these two centre backs, their style of play, the situations they excel in, and the situations where they can be exposed, it sounds very similar when you go list by list on paper. Yeah, that's all it is. That's all I'm saying here. So again, it feeds more to the point that, or my conclusion, which is Eric Ten Hag came in with a roadmap, and the roadmap only revolved around what he envisioned. It didn't involve what he was building upon because everyone was too, well, not everyone too quick, but that comment from Ralph Ragnick, oh, we need open heart surgery, everyone's run with that. So the whole narrative the whole time is we're dead, and like all you can do is improve. Like add to. You can't improve anyone, and everyone's moved with that same mentality. But it's stupid because we have had gems like Ahmad who sat on loan for way too long. Like if we're
I
being
don't think
honest,
he sat on loan too long, bro. I think he couldn't make the team.
bro, he's
Because no
22.
way you're telling me you're going to start Ahmad ahead of Mason Greenwood, who was here. So I
No,
don't
but
think.
no. That's not what I'm
I think it
saying.
was
No, it's
either
not
way,
what I'm
bro.
saying. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying we had the strength of squad. We had the strength of talent at those times where because remember what I'm talking about, Mark. Stay on track, yeah? We're not going to see Ahmad get that time now because the manager's under pressure. Back in those times, we had people like Ronaldo, like Greenwood, like back in those times, we could pull out a result from an ugly performance because we had goal scorers. So in those times, you can line up against the likes of a Norwich and go, I know no matter what, if it gets 60 minutes into this game and I played this youngster and it's not worked, I can bring CR7 or I can bring Mason off the bench and I'll win this game. So the youth gets more minutes because of the strength of squad and the depth of talent. Now we're in a different situation where the bags man, the 80 mil signing is 19. He either performs or he doesn't. The development gets taken out of the conversation.
True.
The youth that's been on loan for too long is now 22. Not had a lot of minutes in his home shirt, but it doesn't matter now because everyone's expecting a finished product. And you, sir, who's just come in and taking the reins, you ain't even interested in coaching no one. It's either bring me mine or I ain't working with it. And that's how he's moved with everyone.
No, I don't
But the
actually
thing is,
agree with that
you're saying
particularly.
that they haven't been coached. You're
I
saying
think
that
they're
they haven't
being
been
coached. I
coached.
just
Look
think
at all
that
the
some of the
coaches that
players
they
not
brought in.
developing. That
Pardon?
maybe now when I say this, right? Don't get me wrong. Now, I think both player and manager all have our owners to each other. The manager have to do it to kind of highlight the player's strengths and coach him to develop those things. But the players have a effort. They have to give a certain amount of effort, basic discipline and performance,
Okay,
right? Basic
that's
effort to
fine. That's
develop
fine.
themselves. Because realistically, bro, I could tell you,
Mark, I'm going
run
to fight
10
you.
laps,
Mark, I'm
practice on
going
your
to
ball
fight
work
you.
and practice on your shooting, and that is going to improve
Mark,
your
Mark,
game.
I'm going to fight you. I'm
Hold
going to
on
fight
now.
you.
Hold on. Don't
You,
fight me yet now.
you know how
Calm
long
down.
I've
Calm
been
down. I
telling
feel
you
like,
this. Mark, I've been telling you this is day one. This manager not coaching player and put them in positions and
why?
seed. I've been
Why would
telling
you
you,
say that,
telling
bro?
you,
These players
and
have coaching
now,
sessions
no,
every
no, no, and
week.
you're talking about it now that he's not
What?
coaching them correctly. Now you're saying this now. I've been
Hold on,
telling you.
Omo. Hold on. I think you're missing the point of what we're talking about, bro. So I had to pull you down here because you're missing the point, bro. What I'm trying to say is this:
Well, sensory
everyone says
people
they're
are,
not being coached, but
yeah,
they go into coaching sessions every week. Understand what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
Players have to develop themselves. Like, bro, like
But
my little brother
Mark,
at Aalborg right now, trying to be a professional footballer, right? His complaint is
big
that
up to
the
him.
coach don't like him, right?
Okay,
He getting minutes because he better than the player who's starting ahead of him, is what
yeah.
his friends say, right?
Mm.
But he not getting consistent starts. So I tell my little brother, bro, you need to work harder. You need to train harder. You need to be the best player in training week in, week out. So you get that starting role. Forget the coach, forget the player who's starting ahead of you that you think you better than everybody saying you better than him. What
Mark,
happened is maybe he training better than you. And that might be just what the coach looking for. So
that
I put it on my
can I just
brother.
say, yeah, that example works when the manager is in a position of safety to be wrong about an up and coming talent. Yeah.
True.
And not only that, yeah, your little brother doesn't have to go through that in the next team. That's another thing as well, isn't it? Like, I'm saying, like, it is horses for courses. And all of this we're debating now is dangerous because the perfect example, like, it's a hypothetical. We don't see any of the trainings to make our own judgments. Yeah, we have to rely on what Ten Hag says or what any other manager before them says about training sessions and who's performed well, X, Y, and Z. Yeah, Fergie was the master of this. Fergie would sit here and act like Park Ji-sung was trash. Meanwhile, man was the secret weapon.
True.
Because he didn't want you to rate him when he comes on. Because then he will really hit you. Like, you know, like that. When man hasn't stopped sprinting for 80 minutes and you're like, but I thought he's dead food. Like, no. That's just putting more psychological pressure on you, lot. Anyway, I'm ranting. The point I'm making here is, it comes back to this is a hypothetical, and we have to trust that what Ten Hag says is what turns out on the training pitch, and that is obviously why the Sancho thing was so mad, because you got one person saying one thing, and for the first time, the other person publicly saying, "No, I'm not having it this time," because it happens. I'll tell you, as someone who's been on the football circuit, it happens. You go out there, you train 9 times harder than the manager's favorite. You ain't getting picked, bro. Like that, you has to get injured before you get on the pitch, and then you go out there bang a hat trick, and he will still bring him back when he's not injured anymore. And now think about how much that's magnified when £80 million been spent on this right winger. Or do you see what I'm saying? Or the keeper that you brought in and sacked off the club legend for. Like, the stakes are higher. Therefore, this person has to dig in more. And therefore, like, we go on these longer tangents. But also what's happening in the fan base is people are doubling down more on, oh, well, it must be what he's saying. You lot are forgetting that he's done so much, he has to be right. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be what he says. If he's not, then even the likes of yourself, I'll look at him with a side eye.
100.
Feel me?
100.
So really and truly, the only way they keep certain people on side is if you keep it, make it like looking the way he says it is. And that's where you get the likes of me who are angry when this donut comes out in press conferences and compares himself to the likes of Mourinho and stuff like that, because it makes it hard for us to sit here and go, we're on your side. Do you know what I'm saying?
True.
Like,
I hear that. Facts, bro. And, you know, guys, like, at the end of the day, it's a debate, and I know we all get a little touchy on this because, you know what I mean, we're passionate as Man United,
Mark,
but...
let me tell you something. Listen.
What's that?
There's 2 things with this manager. What he says and what he do. What he says and what he does. Does it match? It never matches. He always, he's the type of person that blame the player. Everything good is him. Me. Everything bad is the player. Ain't not supposed, listen, this is not about coaching about or what happened on the pitch. This is just about life in general. Life in general. As a leader, you sometimes you have to take responsibility, even though it's not your fault. You have to take responsibility, but he doesn't do that. He shifts
Yeah, but
everything
but
away and
I
away
don't
from the
understand
main
that
topic.
comment that you make earlier. I will have to argue with that. But we go argue on our next stream because
Which comment? So I can
the
remember.
comment that he just blamed the players, because for me, like when I listen to his press conferences, he's always make excuses for these brothers, bro. Like he just always be saying something that make you feel like, bro, we didn't just see this guy play shit. But he's saying, well,
yeah,
you know, the standards were there, the levels were there.
Mark, for the ones that obey to his narrative, like, look, it's very transparent when Bruno is our captain. Why is Bruno our captain?
Because he's his player. In my opinion, I think the player that most of the other players is take motivation from to on the pitch, in my opinion. Because when
Bruno is
I
the
at
one,
Old Trafford, I just see Bruno talking to everybody on the pitch. And sometimes, in most cases, some of the players, the levels is maintained or go up during the game. So I think that is why Bruno is at captain. I don't think he's the greatest option at captain, but I think because some of the other players is take time when they're on the pitch during games and what he does do motivating them during games, I think that is why. That's just me.
Also, we have senior pros at Man United that don't even want the captaincy. That's another thing. So a lot of people will be like, oh, but he's a shit captain, this, that, and the third, but no one else wants it. No one else wants it. No one else wants that pressure. Bro, the shirt is heavy at Man United. That's what a lot of people don't understand. The shirt is heavy, and we haven't got enough players in the team that can bear the burden of the shirt. We haven't. And that's what we need to change.
I think the shirt. I think the shirt is lighter. I think the shirt has become lighter. The shirt has become lighter.
What?
So when we draw, why is there a meltdown?
It's not even a meltdown. It's an acceptance. Some people have come to the acceptance
it's
like,
a meltdown. It's a meltdown. It's
not a meltdown. It's not a meltdown. People have come to accept the draw like, oh, at least we didn't lose.
Bro, when
They're
I see
happy
other
they
teams
didn't
draw,
lose.
I don't see the meltdown online. When I see other teams draw, I don't see the meltdown. But when
I see the meltdown. I see the meltdown.
So
I see the meltdown.
So what you're
But
telling me is that all these
no.
other teams are as big
I'm
as Man
talking about
United.
Manchester United. At Manchester United, when I see draws, some people are like, oh, at least we didn't lose. At
Nah,
least we
nah,
didn't
nah.
lose.
You're talking about some people. I'm talking about the majority of people
I'm
are not
also
accepting
I'm
of
talking about the
growth.
majority because I listen to what people say. Some people
Okay,
are happy we didn't lose. Some people say we haven't lost
okay.
for the past since the international break. We haven't lost again. Some
Yeah.
people are like those are data people are looking at. This is why I say every
Look,
little thing matters.
My bad, my bad, my
big
bad.
up.
I got it wrong.
Basically, yeah, what I was saying before you lot started sounding off, Bally, in response, yeah, you're right. Like, no one else does want it. But we've had someone here before. In fact, most of the strong personalities don't last under 10 hard. He ends up falling out with them. So just keep that in mind, innit?
I
Keep
disagree.
that
I
in mind.
disagree.
What strong personality?
Cristiano Ronaldo.
That is up
Yeah,
in the air for me, bro. That
I
one
think he
there,
just
I'm not
doesn't
blaming
follow
solely on Ten
instructions.
Hag, but in
You
a
think
way, I
Ronaldo
kind of
doesn't?
agree. Didn't
So,
like the end result
hold
of
on,
that
no.
situation.
One sec. Ronaldo doesn't follow instructions.
Well, Ronaldo now at his age, doing what he's, I mean, the things that he's already done in football, he's not willing to follow the instructions. Like as an example, Ted,
Eric said that.
Ten Hag wanted a pressing striker. My man didn't want to press.
I
Sorry,
just want to say,
Chris.
like, I just want
No,
to
no,
say
no,
that,
no,
like,
John. I'm not finished. I'm not finished. Sorry. I need to clarify this one. How many clubs has Cristiano Ronaldo played for? How many managers has he played under?
Bro, but
Six,
we're talking about
seven,
all the
something.
other managers that he played under, he was younger them times. He's at the latter end of his career when he came back to Man United, and a manager's telling him, listen, I need you to press. And he's telling him, no, like, I'm not trying to do that. So what do you want the manager to do, bro? And at the end of the day, yeah, yes, they clash, but Ten Hag was still playing Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo sacked himself in the Piers Morgan interview, and that's why he got sacked. It's not the manager that got rid of him, it's the club that got rid of him.
Okay. So we're assuming that Ronaldo is saying that he wouldn't press at all. Yeah. Because if you remember seeing him in the shirt, I remember games where he actually pressed. After all of this was all coming out, and everyone like yourself was saying things like that in the media, he thinks he's too big to press. He actually did put a couple shifts in, and he put the pressing game on. It didn't get us nowhere. Kind of like now we fast forwarded. We're playing Ten Hag's style of play with his players. Xerxes, he likes to press, but we ain't getting anywhere for it. Yeah, he did keep playing Ronaldo, like you said. And why is that? And that's because Ronaldo was getting him goals. Ronaldo ended up getting him goals not from this pressing element. Ronaldo scoring headers from balls into the box. Ronaldo scoring striker goals that we desperately are calling out for right now.
But isn't it
Yeah.
a contradiction, right? If you're trying to implement your game plan or your model, your tactics, and then you've
Mm.
got players that have other ideas, isn't that like a contradiction?
Oh
You
no,
know
it
what?
is.
Yeah,
It is. It is. It is. It
it
is.
is.
And
Oh,
just so you know, sometimes, I dare you to find me an example in life where anyone is 100% right. So sometimes a good manager and a good leader will have a conversation with a senior, strong-minded player, Rio Ferdinand. You don't get to have a Rio Ferdinand, yeah, if Fergie didn't have this humility in him somewhere, or his wife Kathy didn't make him find the humility at times. Yeah. Like at the end of the day, top flight management, you're not right all the time. Never.
True.
And Ten Hag feels like he is. And that is the story of the Cristiano Ronaldo element. Cristiano Ronaldo, yeah, he did need to take instruction at times, and he knows how to do that. But you can't go out there, put out stinking performances, and think someone who has a clue is going to keep turning up for work and going, yeah, I'm just going to keep doing what you say because you've got to see. It's not going to happen, bro. It's not, especially when you look at someone with a CV like that who has played under so many people and time has plenty of record in his mind of time when he went, all right, let me shut up and do as he says. And if he's right, I'm wrong. But if he's wrong, oh, fuck this guy. Yeah. Ronaldo
True,
probably did that with him.
but I think the thing is a lot like Brendan saying, bro. A lot of what Ten Hag say is actually get lost in translation. No, I think
But
that
then get a
communicate
translator,
like
bro.
when them say the communication problem with Ten Hag, I think that caused a lot of problems with with players and things like Ronaldo, the Ronaldo situation. Like bro, if it's one thing I would say, bro, I do kind of have a side eye against Eric Ten Hag when Ronaldo with that whole Ronaldo situation. Cause bro, we didn't have a better striker. There's nobody, in my opinion. I'd have sell off Martial Ronaldo would have be starting as my striker, bro. I do business. Men them could say what they want from Martial, bro. He was never starting in my team. He was selling since he went to Sevilla. Same thing with Luke Shaw. I would have sold Rashford already, bro, for 50 million all, bro. That's just me. Because I fed up a certain men them and the excuses that they make when they don't see performances. And when
Listen,
Ronaldo, a
personally,
man
yeah.
say, some of these brothers don't listen and they ain't ready to work hard to win for United, bro. I believe in that 100%. I don't care what nobody
But
else
but
say.
but 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 they're not here, and we're playing better right now.
Well, I mean, we're playing bad right now, but you see, the problem is when you look at players like Ronaldo, who I would say Fergie had a team of players who had that same mentality because they all shared that mentality. Because Ronaldo gained that mentality after coming to United. The problem is the current squad we have, not everybody sharing that mentality. I need to work hard. I need to give our effort. I need to be responsible for my performance week in, week out. I need
But
to
Mark, it's
help
not
my
them
teammates
two.
and perform. I
They
don't
didn't
think
just
that's what
clash
we
over
have
that,
right
Mark.
now.
Mark, they weren't just clashing over the work hard element that he didn't see in his teammates. He directly clashed with Eric Ten Hag over tactics. And this is where
I
I'm
mean,
saying that there has to be a time where you look at someone that's won Ballon d'Or, played in so many leagues, been consistent in performance, and clearly done it under so many different systems. He's not turning up to Juventus going, this is how I play. This is the CR7 way. He's not doing that, bro.
no, true. But you
Do
see,
you know
the
what I'm
thing,
saying?
Coley, is that we might agree there, but some fans would say that we were focusing too much on playing Ronaldo, and this is why the team wasn't performing well. So this
No,
is
there
where the
wasn't, bro. There
argument
was definitely
comes.
a time, but this comes back to the manager, bro, because I haven't seen that happen in any other team. I didn't see that happen when he was at Juventus. I didn't see
True.
players forcing the ball to Ronaldo because it was a case of they were so annoyed by someone finally turning up who knew what the fuck they were talking about. Yeah, because again, the same goes for Ronaldo. There is no one example in football or life where someone is 100% right all the time. Ronaldo's
True.
calling for the ball at times. You should not pass to him straight up, and you're gonna bitch about it because he doesn't know,
True.
he doesn't see it. But that's football, bro. And if you've made the right decision, whoever you did pass to will be a better pass. He'll see that, and he probably won't be bitching. And you've seen that happen bare times in Portugal for him. Bare times.
True.
But what one thing I'll say to you is that the environment at the club prior to Ineos coming in is a very toxic environment, and two, the direction that we was going in prior to Ineos coming in is a completely different direction. Prior to them coming in, we were signing brothers that are near retirement, past their best, flopped at other clubs or on a downward spiral. We were signing them for and giving them exorbitant wages. Now we're trying to go with a certain age profile, guys that ain't, or guys that are on the
No
cusp
one's played
of
out long
being
enough.
a certain level. That this is what
No
we're
one's
doing
played out
now.
long enough. No one's played out long enough for you to say we're in a better place.
No, I'm not saying that
Xerxes,
we're in a
what's
better
Xerxes?
place. No, I
What's
didn't say
Xerxes'
we're in a better
contribution?
place. What I'm
Right.
saying is that
Okay.
the direction is different. The direction. So it's like you're going up on a path going straight, but then somebody else buys the road and says now everyone has to veer off to the right. Like we're going in a completely different destination now. Yeah, the destination is completely different under Ineos. So when people are like, "Oh, but it's his third year," yes, his third year, but the direction has changed. The
Yes,
direction has
that's all.
completely
That
changed.
is all.
So
That is the
so
key
so
part.
so
What you
because
just described. No, hold on. What you just described, the direction has changed. You don't know what the destination is. So it's too early for you to be saying we're going in a better direction. All you know is we turned right. You don't know where we're going.
No, we got foot. All what I do know is it is gonna be better to a certain extent. Why? Because we got football people in the club now. We didn't have these people there. What we had was accountants making football decisions. That's what we had. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm not
now
disputing that. I'm not
we've had
disputing that.
and those people
so
and Ineos, they're all clueless. Like because again, what Ineos have planned and what Etihad has planned are totally different things. Because again, I gotta do my job in winning games. Etihad gotta do his job in winning games, and he's not doing that right now.
but
He's not
what
doing that
makes
right
you
now.
But it's
think
a
So to
different
me,
plan. You
so
hear
what
Ineos
makes you
say they
think
want to
that
win in
the
that
2028,
show.
bro.
I don't care what they say about 2028. Okay, 2028, but still you gotta win games. Or you want to keep losing to 2028? Is that what you want? So that
No,
doesn't make
but
any
you
sense. I
see,
don't
that's
care.
the
I don't.
point.
No,
You
again,
have
again,
to
but
care
you.
when they say 2028, though. And as
No,
much as we want different,
I do not
I
care what they say about 2028 because
I
again, it's about
don't
how you play on
disagree
the
with
pitch.
you on that. But they are the ones running the club now.
You're
They making the
again,
decisions that will make everything happen. Like, bro, whatever they decide to do now, players they buy, coaches they bring, money they invest, youth players they bring in, that is where our future lies, bro.
so, Mark, if India decides to sack Ethan Hag, is that a good decision or a bad decision?
Bro, I don't know, bro. I'm not the owner.
I
If I,
I
bro,
asked you a
you know
question.
I'm a
So
Ten Hag
tell me
fan.
what you.
So
No,
therefore,
I'm telling you,
for
I'm asking you a
me,
question. You like Ten Hag. You can
okay,
decide
okay,
if
okay.
India
Let,
decides to
let, me-
sack
let me
Ethan Hag.
rephrase it.
What do you
If it
feel?
was me making decision, I would have made the same decision they made. Of course, this summer, what I would have done was bought maybe 2 or 3 different players. I would not have bought Xerxes. I would have bought Benjamin Sesko.
Mark,
I would
You're twisting my question. You're
no, I'm not
twisting. I'm
twisting
not
your
asking about
question.
players.
I'm just
I'm
saying I
not.
would have
I
kept
asked you.
Ten
No,
Hag regardless.
no. Okay, no. So no, that's not what I asked you. I asked you if India decide we are sacking Ericsson Hag at the end of the year. Is that good or bad?
I mean, I don't know. I might think it's a bad decision based on the situation,
Okay,
or I
so
might think it's a
you've
great
answered the
decision based
question.
on the situation. That's at the end of the year, bro. We're not there yet. So I don't know if the decision going to be a good one. But what I do know is I will have to live with it because they are the ones making the decisions. So whether or not I want X or I want Z, I go and get what they give. You feel? So
Oh,
it's
oh,
more
oh.
about the situation dealing with, okay, these guys investing the money, these guys making the decisions. We have to trust the decisions that they make are going to be positive for us going forward, bro. The only time we can really assess that is a year from now when we see where we was when they took over and we see what progress we made in that year. Between now and between then they took over in the summer, they make
Okay,
all the decisions and
this year is a
signings.
wash. We
10
shouldn't care about
games,
this year.
bro.
We shouldn't care about this game, but that's what it sounds like to me. Because all this is a bunch of excuses.
Wait,
This
wait,
year is a
wait.
wash.
So who do you
No,
want to
no,
bring in?
no.
Who do you want
It
to bring
doesn't.
in?
Listen, they could bring anybody in so long that
No,
man,
no,
so
no.
long
Don't
that
say
person's
bring
top.
anyone in. I'm saying who do you want in? As in, you've looked
Who,
at the managers on the market. Who do
listen,
you want?
you say who I want is in Marcel right now. So let him come to the coach right now.
Oh,
Who I want is in
deserving.
Marcel. Yes, I want a coach in
Deserving.
here. Yes, I want a
Okay.
coach in
Listen,
here. I want to Hansi
Mark, I
Flick,
got balance.
but they said no to Hansi Flick. I'm like, okay. Since Hansi Flick is in
Big up,
Barcelona, I'm like,
Tony.
okay, he's never leaving. Since Hansi Flick is in Barcelona, he's never leaving. That's the only two matches I want. Hansi Flick or Deserve. That's it.
Okay.
Okay, bro. Don't disagree with you
What
there,
about
but
the other geezer? Who does he want?
oh,
He
John.
left.
Oh, Coley left. He'll be back later on for the reaction if you have
So I
time.
want to address like the someone said that there's nobody better than Bruno Fernandes, or these players that don't want the captaincy. I honestly think Bruno Fernandes is the best captain that we can have right now. I feel like he is the best player. He's our best player. I feel like that when he's in the team is way better than when he's out of the team, and we've only luckily seen that only a couple times. Because if you look at the recent past, he's always been available, and that's something that we take for granted. But it's weird because we take it for granted, but then other players that goes on good runs always get injured. Willand, we see Ahmad get injured a couple times. What's the guy's name? Last season with Varane and Martial. So these good players, Pogba in the past. So the good players always gets injured, but yet Bruno Fernandes never gets injured. And I think when we look at the way Bruno plays, it's kind of on the fringes in the sense of he tries things, he's risky, but at the same time he's a real leader. He's a type of player that you can take to war. He's not the type of player that will shy away. Like I've seen very seldom he not lead the team, if I can say it like that. So I think honestly the way the people speak about him, and that's something that you must always take into consideration um when looking at a leader, the way the manager, the players, the staff speak about Bruno Fernandes. I mean, there was a clip that came out, and I mean, even behind the scenes with KG, when KG went on tour, and him having the little chicken moment, things like that is what makes a great leader, someone that's humble, someone that's willing to fight. Yeah, okay, he gets a bit, he cries a lot, but I think a lot of that is to do with him being a United player. Because if you look at Bernardo Silva, and ever since you mentioned Bernardo Silva is always in the ref's ear, right? So that's the reality of, okay, yes, he does get into the ref's ear quite a bit. He does moan, and he does want a lot. But as you were speaking about Ronaldo, the guy wants to win. And if there's players on the team that doesn't want to win, then there's going to be an issue. Now, instead of going and throwing his toys out of the cot and going on an interview and saying this, that, and the other, he's actually trying. He's actually trying to build a relationship with these players, and he's actually trying to lead them into into winning. So for me, personally he's the best that we have right now. Yeah, bro, I see the chicken because, bro, if you look at Marcus Rashford doesn't even greet people. So that's the reality, bro. If you see the way people are outside of the cameras, out of the spotlight, and you see them how they are in their general life, bro. And also he's a family man, someone that doesn't go out. He's not gonna miss games because he's partying in Belfast. So, bro, he's a proper captain. He's a proper captain, and I really respect him. And I think today, because he's in the team, we will play much better. We will play much better. So I just want to
100%.
respect that.
And you
No,
know
you're
what,
right. As in, people were
guys?
telling me that we can't
That's
talk
not one
about,
more. Before
what
you
we did.
go, I want everybody in the chat, everybody on stream. John, you could, before you go, just give us a score prediction, and a man of the match prediction, guys. Get in the chat so we could bring it up. Olmo, I want you to give us a score prediction and a man of the match as well. So, John, let me know
I
what
will
you're
go
thinking.
first.
I
So
had to
John
put
for
you on the
things.
spot, bro. You know what I mean?
Okay, so match. I think that today's game is going to be an open game. In allow it. In allow it, bro. You better hope your team wins today. But I think it's going to be an open game, and an open game suits us, especially with the luck. I think the luck has gone under the radar in the sense of his good performances. There's often been mistakes that takes away from his performances. Not mistakes from him, mistakes from other players. So I think it's going to be an open game, but I do think that we're going to control the game. So I'm expecting a 2-1, 3-1 result. To win, definitely win, and I think Bruno Fernandes is going to do well today because he missed the game in the week.
Big up, bro. Big up, bro. Omo, what are your thoughts on the game today? A score
Um,
prediction?
West Ham man of the match, a West Ham player. United is gonna lose. Put that out ASAP. The score is probably gonna be 3-0, 3-1 West Ham.
Three
No,
zero
4-1
3
West Ham.
4-1 West Ham.
Who's
Interesting.
scoring Man
Interesting.
United's goal, Ahmad?
Yo, Omo, you there?
Yeah. Wait, what happened? What I miss?
He was asking you who's scoring Ahmad's goal. Who's scoring the
No,
goals
I
for
don't know. Probably,
United, Ahmad?
it's probably on goal. It's probably
Own
on
goal.
goal. Like, yeah, we play. We don't play well. We don't play well as Manchester United. And shout out to Anthony for not making us play well. He has shown me
Big
my
up.
levels.
Big up, bro. Bali, score prediction, man of the match.
2-0. Um, Man of the match. Probably Bruno. 2-0. Who's goal scorer? Goal scorer, probably Hoyland and maybe Garnacho. Hoyland and Garnacho.
Big up, bro. I going with a 3-1 score line today. Mick Ruby would say that's his classic scoreline, but I think we are away today. I think we have, without Kudus, I think we are the more attacking, competent team in this game. I think West Ham has been having some very poor performances of late. They're coming off a 4-1 defeat to Spurs last week. And I think their defense is susceptible to allowing our attack to have a decent opportunity. Quite a bit of times in this game will happen today. And that's because they're not defending well. I mean, they have one, but Saka, he has performed well, but they have conceded lots of goals this season. I think twice as many as Man United so far. And I think West Ham, although they're at home, they're under a lot of pressure to win this game. Julian Lopetegui is the manager, in my opinion, most likely to be sacked. And yeah, I think Fulkrug is a good striker, but I think against our defense, it's going to be quite difficult for him to get a goal today. And I'm going with a 3-1 win for Man United. I take my man of the
Antonio
match.
starting.
What's
Foucault
that?
is injured. Antonio
Full.
starting. Foucault is
Oh, well
yeah.
then
Foucault is
now
injured. So
self,
Antonio.
I think we're gonna win this game because Antonio is done for me, in my opinion. I've seen Antonio play a lot of games this season and he's not been performing really well, quite far from the levels he usually shows. So that's my thoughts. And my man of the match today, I mean, people think I don't rate Ahmad, but I actually do hope that he gets the man of the match today because I want to see a good performance from him. I want to see these young players develop and start performing and, be that guy. I want one of the youngsters to step up this season and be that guy. And whether it be Ahmad, Garnacho, Kobbie Mainoo, or even a youngster we haven't seen as yet, I hope that will be the thing. You know, D-Hop saying he thinks it's going to be like the Fulham game, which was a draw, but I don't think so at all. We are used to beating West Ham, and we usually win more away than at home. So let's see how it goes. Courtney is saying Garnacho on the right, Ahmad on the left. Rasmat striker rotates with Rashford, Xerxes in the 10, rotate with Bruno, Ugarte and Ericsson in the midfield. Dalot, Delit, Mazraoui, and Martinez at the back. Bro, that's quite interesting because if you want to know something, it's kind of really close to the lineup that we were building today. And if you can see it now, guys, look, this is the lineup that we built early on. Let me just bring it to the stage. This is the lineup we built. Onana in goal, Dalot on the right back, Delit, Martinez, and Mazraoui off the left. Ugarte, Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes in the 10, Ahmad, Garnacho, and Hoyland up front. Guys, I think this is how it's going to look. But let's get into some of what you guys have been saying. And I just wanted to bring this up to some of you guys had some good comments. Big up to Tony Claude Grummer in the building, my Arsenal fan brethren. He ditched us for the Arsenal watch along last season, but this season I'm gonna get him in here and we're gonna batter Arsenal at the Emirates just so he can and I could banter him live on stream. Big up to my brother. Hope you're well, bro. I know you're coming off the back of a loss, but that's how it goes sometimes. Hopefully you don't lose again today, but big up to you. Job is saying it's not just a coach's right, it's their duty to disagree, who probably haven't been in a competitive environment with a true coach. I think that's 100% as well. If you believe a coach shouldn't have the right to call out a player who isn't performing, you likely haven't experienced a game at a serious level. I don't disagree there. I've seen it happen to lots of times. It's happened to myself as well. You know what I mean? And I haven't played in top flight professional football, but I played for my country. Usually a great player makes a lousy coach. This is a big fact, bro. Big up to Tony Clark Gunner. Yes, bro, I do have faith in Ten Hag. Brendan Chappelle is saying the issue is that professional players have been told all their lives they are special, having agents telling them the manager of the club is wrong. I think this is something that's very true that is being plagued a lot of the young talent that's coming through. That's why they don't ever step up to the next level. And maybe a manager is responsible for taking players to the next level. Yes, they are, but you can't take everyone there. Some people need to work hard for themselves. As much as you tell someone they can do this, they can do that, it will improve, man. They need to actually do the work and believe in themselves as well. Smash the like, guys. Don't forget, subscribe, share it around. It really helps the channel grow. Thank you for all of you who have been joining us today. Big up to Jim Watkins in the building, bro. Legend. Big up to all of you in the chat. Legends, all of you. Brendan Chappelle's again. Go
Now
ahead,
it's
bro.
saying big up to you, bro.
Big up to you as well, bro. Yeah, of course. Big up to all of you guys. I'm gonna do that. I'm just pulling up the
Like,
last two
big up
comments.
Mark, yeah.
I
One
think
thing,
Hiddick,
Mark,
Hiddick
yeah.
said you have to treat modern footballers like they have special needs because you need to show them patience. And I don't disagree there because footballers, all of them have different things and how do I put it, quirks that make them play well. Some players can come into a game at any moment. Some game players need to start games consistently. There's a fine line with this, and managers have to manage these things. And I think we as fans need to give them a little space to do that. I think everything has not been great, but it definitely will be improved, much improved going forward. And hopefully we get the win because 3 points today is more important than scoring 5 goals. but hopefully we can score some goals and, satiate the fan base a little bit, give them something to smile about on the Sunday. And big up to each and every one of you coming in. Don't forget, drop a like on your way out, people. The channel really appreciates the love, and thank you so much in advance. Big up to Courtney French. Big up to Kenny Fan TV. Big up to Anraya Daniela. Big up to Jim Watkins. Big up to Wizza. Big up to D Up Sports. Jack Reacher. Big up to Irfan Devro. Big up to Jim Watkins. Big up to what? And then, bro. Bragging rights is tonight. Don't be late. Hope you don't fall asleep again tonight, bro. And I hope you're feeling well so that you won't miss it because you're not feeling well tonight. Big up to Joe Blackman and Almost Solo for holding it down. Big up to Jim Watkins again. And big up to Bali Tech for coming in today. Thank you so much for taking the time, my bro. Big up to Coley, debut on the channel. Hopefully I can get Coley back. You know what I mean? Coley is usually busy.
And big up
So
yourself as well, because we was only supposed to be doing this for 10 minutes. So big you up.
yeah, bro, you know what I mean. I was actually gonna do a 25-minute stream this morning, but we've been here for like 2 hours. Big up to Fix as well. Fix, we're gonna have to figure out something for your mic, bro, because I like you on the streams, but sometimes I
Alpha,
don't know if it's a connection, bro.
can you
Big up
get
to
me?
you. Yeah,
I
bro, we
know.
can hear you well. Just give us your score prediction and your man up the match, your final say before we close, bro.
Man of the match, we got the score prediction 4-2, 4-2 United.
Big up to you, my brother. And I will give you guys the links for the match reaction and the watch along that will be happening at 2 p.m. UK, which is 3 p.m.
Mark,
my time
is
because
my
I'm
mark
CT.
better now? Is my mark
Yeah,
better?
much clearer now, bro. It sounds amazing. If you can be like this for all other streams, bro, you can host with me every time. Big up to you. Big up to BQ Talks and big up to Jarvis Cocker in the building for taking the time. Big up to Brendan Chappelle and of course my brother John Morgan for taking the time as well. Thank you so much for taking the time, guys. Big up to Yo-Yo as well and Court Star Story. Big up to LT in the building. Big up to Box as well. And guys, I hope you have a great day. Of course, we are looking and hoping that Man United is going to get the win today. And you know what? I believe that we will. It's going to be a tough game. Of course, we're away at West Ham, so it's not going to be easy. And yes, GB was calling for Sorlot, and Box wanted Chris Wood. And while I laughed at Box earlier, maybe I was wrong. So guys, have a great one. We'll see you back for the watch along in just about an hour and a half. We will be here. Smash a like and subscribe. Don't forget Sosa. We got your back, buddy. Big up to all of you in the chat. Big up to Ramek Buji as well. Big up to GB. Big up to Sosa as well. Guys, have a great one. We'll see you back for the watch along. Don't forget, smash a like and subscribe. Get the early likes in. It really helps the channel grow and it shares it around for everyone. And I would like to thank you all personally for all the support that you've given to my channel and given to all of the guys who comes on stream. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for everything. And, hopefully I can bring better content to you going forward, not just watch-alongs and not just, us chatting shit, but, more content. And you guys could always suggest these things in the chat at the end of every video. I do read all the comments that you guys send. So it would be amazing if you guys could, give us some little bit of feedback, criticisms, a little bit of opinions that might help improve the streams. Thank you in advance. And Craig Parker, for me, I think Thomas Frank is not at the level of the coach that's required to be a Man United coach. He's not a winner, probably might never be. And Xavi, I can hear it, but I don't think he's better than Ten Hag, but that's just me. Let's get this win, guys. Big up to each and every one of you. And I'm out for the day, guys. Have a nice one. We'll be back later.
Baby.